every time I go.
Oh, that's good. It's on the white carpet. Because you had to fill it up to the top like a fucking asshole.
Every time I go, they never tell me
Is
to.
he dead serious?
They, I like your vibes, Kevin.
Yeah,
Fuck you, Mel.
you need some wine, Kevin.
If I did, I'd suck it out of the carpet.
Truly,
but-
madly deep.
I hate like 90% of the people I talk to, so I just those are my replies. Snapchats to the ground with me saying nothing, and hopefully they stop Snapchatting me.
How many people do you talk to?
Ooh,
Like on Snapchat
None.
or like
Just
in
like in
general? I don't fucking know, dude.
too many to count.
It's not even like that. I just don't
Not as many as
reply.
Tom talks to on Tinder.
What was he up to? 2,500?
Yeah, that's
Something.
that's
I deleted
That's
him.
impressive.
So
That's obtuse.
I had Tinder for like 2 years. I got like 5,000 matches and deleted it just because like I wouldn't meet up with anybody. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, I
I
don't
feel
meet
so-
up with people.
I feel so weird meeting up with people off Tinder just because like
It makes me uncomfortable. As a
Yeah.
woman, I also
Did he
feel
say
like
5,000?
I'm gonna
Yes.
get murdered.
Yeah.
I had it for 2.5 years.
I've
bro.
had Tinder for
I was
like
right next
5
to
years.
Marist. I was
like-
literally a mile and a half from
Wait,
Marist.
5 what?
5 years. I mean, I
Five.
never deleted it. I always just had it. It was
But
always.
did you have 5,000 matches in 5
No,
years?
absolutely not.
See,
no,
here's the thing. Right around
not
here,
even.
like I run out of people like quick when I use it.
Yeah, it's like there's no one
when
left
I
in this
when I was
area.
over by Marist, it was just nonstop. Like when I
Yeah.
was living over there, there was just so many fucking people. Because there's Marist, New
People.
Paltz, Vassar.
Women and men. You're searching for both.
You know what, Mel?
Are you lesbo?
Yeah. What are you? What are you, a lesbo? Like, yes. Yes.
Do you want me to be?
Yes, I am. No.
This wine is disgusting. It really pisses me off, honestly.
No. That's mean.
You know what? Fuck it. I don't want to fight Klinger or Dylan. I want to fight Matt.
Oh,
I gotta make a new belt then.
Ayo.
How much-
Ding ding ding.
How much do you weigh, Matt?
Like 160 on a good day.
That's phenomenal.
160.
We'll fight at 160.
I weigh more than you. No, can you
You
imagine?
don't.
I weigh 170. Holy shit.
I'm saying
I
it
don't-
right
I
here, right
don't-
now,
I
Matt.
don't.
I'm calling you out 160.
Okay.
Great.
You can pay for the belt this time then.
Deal.
Do you know how much money I put into that fight?
Really?
Yeah. But it was well worth it.
I know. I wish I had been.
I mean, you
there.
still have my gloves, too.
Take them. They're right there.
I'm
It
not
was kind of a whack fight.
How could you say that?
Whoa.
It's
It
right
was
there.
kind of a whack
it wasn't my
fight.
fight.
Not that fight.
Oh, you're talking about
Dylan.
Oh, Dylan. I thought you were talking about him.
You were talking about the fight where Conor Grogan beat the shit out of me?
I was there.
Yeah.
I wasn't there for that one or that one. The one you're talking about.
That was so stupid of me to take that fight. He had 40
He's
or
a psycho.
50.
Also,
He
I
had like
love
50
Grogan,
pounds
but
on me, I think. He was like 185. I was like
love
133 or some
Conor,
shit.
but
Still got 30 pounds.
yeah. Fighting Irish.
Okay.
He's
Oh my god, that was just. I don't even remember the fight.
You blacked out.
No,
That's because you had
Probably when your head hit the
You
truck.
had a concussion.
it didn't hit the truck though. I thought it did. I had a concussion like 2 days before that. So the first time I got hit by Conor, I think it just fucking knocked my brain back again.
Yeah, you have CTE now, actually.
Probably. Since I met Matt,
I'd say.
Matt, how many concussions do you think I've gotten in the last 2 or 3 years since I've known
I'd say.
I don't know. Well, the one at the softball field was fake, so. No, I'm kidding.
you? Yo, that honestly.
What?
I don't
No. So I was tracking a fly ball and I ran.
We're like,
straight
Jack,
into
Jack,
it.
how many fingers am I holding out? He's like, 87. I need to go to the hospital.
you
I'm like,
ever
I didn't want to go to the
Shut the fuck
hospital.
up.
The yum sent me to the hospital, bro. It was so bad. I ran face first into his pole. I guess I guess I
no.
was knocked out. I don't remember.
You ever see videos of people get knocked out cold? It just looks like they're dead. It's just crazy how they just as they fall, it's like lights out and like there's like no expression on their face. And, like as they come to, it's like they're like their eyes are open, but you can tell they have like no idea what's happened to them.
Yeah,
It's
no.
fucking crazy.
I got up like I was probably out for like a full minute. I got up and like
Yeah.
had no idea where I was. I tried to stay in the game. It just like wasn't cool. What are you looking at?
The knockout. KO.
This is a really bad knockout in like the past, I don't know, couple months in the UFC. Gregor Gillespie versus Kevin Lee.
Dude, the worst one was fucking
This is bad.
Masvidal's knockout.
It's like right up here. He hits him with a head kick.
Oh, see, you see what I mean? Oh my god, it's like are his eyes open, but they're not like fully closed.
The worst is when
yet?
they start shaking and shit.
Yeah, wait, are they okay?
Like overeems too.
Oh yeah, that was
Are
bad.
y'all good?
Masvidal's was fucking bad. Masvidal and Askren,
Yeah.
I feel like you say it different every time you say it.
probably.
There's like 4 different letters or
Masvidal?
something. Yeah, there's.
Mazdaval.
Masvidal.
How big's your tongue?
What kind of a question is that?
This
I don't
is
fucking know.
Tom.
Klinger apparently has a big tongue.
What kind of? I don't
That's
know,
why
dude.
Tom
Like,
says he says words
as big as
funny.
my mouth. I
Shit.
guess.
That's a good answer. I guess.
As big as like as wide as my teeth are. Because I rest my tongue and it like I can feel it kind of touching my side teeth.
Oh yeah.
And then boom. One
Oh,
more.
he hit him again. You didn't have to do that.
You've seen the one with the knee, right?
That one's
The
bad,
flying
dude.
knee.
No.
That's
Oh.
the Askren fight.
Really?
No.
Oh, you're gonna. This one's bad. The worst part about this one isn't even the knockout. It's the 2 punches after.
Yeah, dude. Fucking terrible.
Jorge Masvidal versus Ben Askren. What the fuck? Oh yeah.
Full fight.
That's because the full fight isn't long.
7 seconds.
This is the very first round, Mel, by the way.
Yeah.
Really?
First round, they
Yeah,
were
that guy
talking a
looks
ton of shit
fucking
to each other.
crazy.
He's out of his mind.
That man.
Headshot.
And you're
Oh,
You're dead.
Oh my god.
dead. And he's
look
in his
out
face.
cold. Yeah, look, he's like, yeah, but like your whole body tenses up. See his leg? It's like
Yeah,
they look
Yeah,
like
that was bad. dude.
corpses.
That-
Wow. I
felt-
don't want to know what
I felt
that feels
nauseous
like.
after that
I
one.
know.
We watched that one live, and we were like,
Yeah, it makes me lightheaded. I'm gonna pass out.
Yeah, that was a bad one.
and then it was bad because they showed him like walking out too, Ben Askren, and you could tell he like still hadn't came to.
Yeah, he
yeah,
was.
bad.
they like blacked out. Probably
He could like barely walk. They were still like holding him up, kind of.
not gonna remember that.
He said he didn't
tomorrow.
remember anything until the hospital.
Yeah.
That tweet though was the best thing he could have done.
Well,
What'd
that
he say?
sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was it. Just simple to the point. I love it. 10 out of 10.
So Masvidal is confirmed to fight for the belt now, not Conor. He's fighting Usman.
I was gonna say Connor's not gonna take him yet. He's got.
I don't really know
Who does-
though. That would have been a huge sell.
I thought Connor was gonna fight Usman next.
That wouldn't have made sense. I would have thought Masvidal, if anything.
I would have said Usman and then.
That doesn't make any
Masvidal.
sense.
What do you mean?
Usman's the champ. You know that?
Huh?
You know Usman's the champ, not
I
Masvidal.
thought Masvidal was.
Well, Masvidal's the BMF.
I don't know what we're talking
Yeah.
about. I'm kidding.
No, because I don't know Usman's style. I didn't really want Conor to ever fight Usman because of their style.
What does this man look like? Pull him up.
Conor,
No.
Usman.
Yes. You know who Conor fucking McGregor is. I think. Oh, he's black?
Yeah.
His name is Usman.
Well, fucking Masvidal. What the fuck is that? They're all from all different places.
I should have said his first name, then she would have known. Kamaru.
Kamaru.
Kamara or Kamaru? Kamara Usman.
Yeah, he looks scary. They all look scary to me.
No, but Masvidal versus him is gonna be a good fight. Probably. I'd probably take Usman just because of the wrestling.
I'm getting the fight this weekend because of John Jones. Best fighter on the planet.
I feel like that card sucks too, doesn't it?
The card does, yeah. I mean, so did the
Such a
McGregor card.
shame.
The
Yeah,
only other
exactly.
good fight is what's her name?
I don't know who.
With the European last name, whatever it is, 6, 7
Jan
syllables.
Jacek.
Who?
Joanna?
Johanna.
John
Jana.
Jacek? That
I
one?
don't know how to fucking.
She's fighting the Chinese chick?
Hold up.
When does Nunes fight again?
I don't know. She got kind of fucked up in her last fight.
Yeah, but she still won, right?
Yeah.
I forget who she fought. I watched that one too.
Jean. Fuck, who was it?
Shevchenko.
Oh, right.
That's what I was talking.
Who's she fighting?
Caitlin Chuka or something.
Yeah.
Good chalk. I'm sorry. Sorry.
What is that from?
What is what from? I get Guardians. Ooga chaka,
Yeah.
ooga ooga. I can't stop this feeling. It's not karaoke yet. I'm sorry. Deep inside.
Your dad with the karaoke was so funny.
Well, like
This is the best goddamn podcast
You
of
cannot
my
fucking-
life.
we didn't know what that dude was saying.
I can't believe I missed that one.
He was toasted, and he drove to Somers.
Somers, no.
He was like, "Dad."
Motherfucker, every time I asked him if he wanted more bourbon, he's like, yeah, just a little bit. Though. I'm like 8 cups later. I'm like, just a
Might as
little.
well have
You
the
still
whole
have an. You're
glass.
still having. You might as well just have a regular glass.
Yep.
That was fun.
I think the best was still
Yep.
Savino getting hammered that night.
Yeah, that
On
was
the
funny.
wine.
Yeah, poor guy.
I haven't seen Savino in a long time.
I was pretty wasted with your dad.
You were?
Oh
It's
yeah.
a Friday night.
Yeah. If anyone listens to that, you can tell.
I wasn't.
Like an
I had
hour
like
in.
3 angry
I know.
orchards.
At one point, I got mad at you, didn't I? I was like,
yeah.
drink.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're only funny when you drink.
Sorry. Yeah. Right, no, truly, yes. That's the truth.
No, I just remember you saying that. You were like, these motherfuckers are trying to make me have an alcohol or be an alcoholic
yeah.
on this podcast.
Every time I come, they're like, fucking drink. Like, yo, I got to get back to Pauling. Damn.
Fuck this bottle. I hate it.
Yo, have a little bit more awareness, bud.
Oh. He's serious.
Jack took a fucking price tag off of that at the supermarket just to put it on the bottle of wine.
No.
I didn't buy it at the supermarket. I bought it at the wine and liquor store right up the road from my house.
Which one?
Which one?
Cheers.
Cheers. Those 2 Indian dudes in
Yeah,
Cheers are
yeah,
always
yeah.
like, ID. I'm like, all right, you know me. Like, I come here pretty often, but okay.
I went in there
Where is
like
that? In that plaza?
yeah,
yeah,
like
the
up
Sad
around 55.
Plaza. Like
one
on
where
the big
Curves
hill.
used to be?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Big Hill? Like
I've
right
gone-
before the new...
After Cumbies, if you're going towards Poughkeepsie, you're going up the hill.
it's the next
Oh.
plaza on the
Before-
right.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
I go in there. I've been in this place for almost a month now. I've been in
ID.
there probably like 10 times.
No
This guy
smile.
knows who I am.
Yeah.
Like he knows exactly like the bottle of wine I'm going for, like what I want. He usually like walks right over, talks to me for a minute every single time.
Yeah.
ID.
Yeah, I'm
I'm like,
serious.
I'm like, dude.
He's not fucking around in there.
They're paranoid about that shit in the Wingdale one, too.
ID.
We got
Like, all right. Not even hello. Nice to see you again. Regular
Well-
customer. ID. Like, all right.
What's cool is though now that New York State you can go to liquor stores after 9 o'clock.
I don't know if it's a statewide thing or
It is.
yeah.
No, Dutchess County. Sorry,
it's
Dutchess
just county. Yeah,
They can stay
Putnam
open,
County
you
was always like 8 or 9, and now Dutchess switched to 9 p.m. They used
What
to
was
close
it
at
before?
7,
7, right?
strict.
Yeah. That's why
Strictly
Pauling
7.
always closed fucking early.
Yeah, now they have to stay open till 9. I'm
Yeah,
sure they're
no, that-
pissed about that.
They
and Thanksgiving Day or something.
so
they're open.
Cheers isn't doing it yet though. They
Really?
they have to wait till they get a letter from Albany or something. He
Stupid
said.
Fuck. Fuck that guy.
He said once I get a letter from Albany,
Yeah.
I stay open till 9.
Yeah, fuck him. What? I can do a decent Indian accent, but I don't want to do it.
In this climate?
I don't want to seem, like, insensitive, so I'm not going to do it. But when I was a kid, I don't know if anyone used to go to St. John's in Pauling, the church, when it was always Father Duff growing up, but then, like, we got Father Vincent, and I'm not sure if he's from India or where he's from, but I had a very thick accent, and, like, after church, I would talk like that for, like, an hour straight. My mom used to be like, are you okay? Like, I was, like, addicted to talking like that, and I, like, got a pretty decent Indian accent
From
down.
that?
Yeah, just from going to church every Sunday and listening to a whole fucking sermon in fucking in broken English. I was
Listen,
like,
Can't
if
wait
all
to hear
else
your
fails,
mom turn that into a 50-minute long story.
yeah, it's like
It's gonna be
one,
so much fun.
60 seconds long. My mom's like, yeah,
if all else fails, you can always go down to
Drawing it
Sin and
out.
sell halal food.
halal.
I could go for some halal food. Actually.
What the fuck is halal?
Indian food. Shit on it.
It's how they
Fucking
kill
good.
the animal. I think that's what makes it halal. It's like they have to like slit the throat. I don't know. I'm
No,
not. You
I
know what I
think-
mean? It's like they die in like a less painful.
Yes,
Google
not
it.
me.
Google it. I don't know.
I think
Right?
they like wage jihad on the animal or something.
No.
I think that's it.
No, it's not. Halal is like they don't make the animal suffer when they kill it
Never mind. Still on.
or something.
I don't know. It's fucking good though. You get fucking chicken and rice with some curry.
Yeah, I always like the halal market. It's halal, HALAL.
If you go to get halal food in the city, you have to go to halal, guys. I used to take trips
what
to
does
the
it
city.
mean though?
I don't know.
Like halal wiki. I don't know. Is it Indian? I always thought it was like Muslim.
Look up what is halal food. Yeah.
Take out Indian.
What is
Islam.
halal?
I'm sorry. I keep saying Muslim.
A guide for
We're so uncultured. Yeah, it cannot be a forbidden cut, such as meat from hindquarters. Well, that's not what I thought it was, but...
No, I was like, you have to slit its throat and fuck it in the ass.
No, I'm serious.
For it to be
Google it.
halal.
Scroll
They
down.
die less painfully.
Involves killing through a cut to the jugular vein, windpipe, and carotid artery. I told you they like slit its throat. I don't know how else you would kill like an animal. How do Americans kill?
Well, usually when you gut a deer,
Shoot him with a shotgun.
Yeah, like what? Like Old Yeller?
Second
Like
Amendment.
how the fuck do we?
You cut it straight down through
Oh
its gut.
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
that
all for
sounds
gun
awful.
rights, guys. It was just a joke.
That sounds awful. Yeah, so I guess that's what.
Oh my
makes it
God.
halal.
That guy, Thug Nasty, that UFC fighter, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Bryce. What's his last name? What's his last name? I gotta look it up, just for context. Bryce Mitchell. He was on Theo Von's podcast, and he told this story about. I think he was bow hunting, or he was either bow hunting or the animal got way too close where he couldn't even shoot it, but the animal still didn't know he was there. So he literally like dropped down out of a tree and choked it out.
Oh, I heard that. Yeah.
What the
Yeah, yeah.
fuck?
It's fucked up.
It's too close. That's
Dude's a
very
savage.
personal.
There's
Like,
this
did you know
dude,
him?
Tim Wells is his name, and he went bear hunting with a blow dart. Like that's the most badass thing I've ever heard in my life.
I would never hunt a bear. There's too many things could go
Bro,
wrong.
I watched this video today, speaking of bears, of they did like this bear release thing where I guess they must have saved the animals from somewhere and like released them in a different, area.
Mm-hmm.
There's like fucking 10 people with cameras, like a
Fucking
whole
idiots.
camera crew. No, right, like it's not enclosed or anything.
Yeah.
They're just in the woods and they have a trailer and they open the trailer and they all like run back
Yeah.
and they're just watching. They're probably like 10, 15 feet away from these bears. And then the
Yeah.
bears start like kind of going towards the people and they're like freaking out like they didn't
What
think
did you
this was
think
going
was
to
going
happen.
to happen?
And then they send
It's
these
a wild animal.
and then to get the bear, thankfully everything worked out, but if they send these fucking poor dogs on them, like what would have
Aw.
happened if, you know what I mean? That's
have
just
you ever
fucking
seen a
retarded.
bear out in the wild?
I saw
once.
I
just
saw
once.
black bear cubs once, like running down the road when I was
Yeah.
driving,
I've only seen them on Bundy.
and like they ran across.
That's
the road
actually
in
the
front
only
of me.
place I've ever seen it.
They're out there, bro.
Yeah, it's crazy. They like ran across the road in front of me. I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
And then they started running down the road like next to me as I was driving. I was like, "Holy shit, those are bears! That's
Yeah.
insane."
It was funny too because the fucking the name of the title of the video is such clickbait. It goes bear release gone wrong, and I fucking watch it, and then at
No
the
one
end,
died.
At the end, there's like all these little captions that pop up, and then it like I'm like, there's 30 seconds left. How is anything gonna happen in 30 seconds?
Yeah.
And the thing pops up. Thankfully, no one was hurt. I'm like, that's not what I clicked on this for. What are you shitting me?
Assholes. You idiots.
Yeah, I can't find the one.
Man,
I'm sure
got
some-
hoodwinked.
I'm sure some of these are-
Bamboozled.
left astray.
Bamboozled.
Dude, bears are.
You ever see a bobcat out here in these
Those
here
are-
woods?
No.
People have them as pets.
Yeah, those people are fucking stupid.
Oh,
They're called they're like domesticated bobcats. They're called
Oh.
pixie bobs.
Yeah, I don't want one of those. No. I saw a bobcat on
Oh my god.
Dodge Road. I was scared. I was in my car. I was still like, what the fuck is that? That's a big boy. Oh, he's
Dude,
pissed.
that
He's
bear
pissed.
would fuck someone up.
He's pissed. It's a fucking
Yo, he's moving
grizzly.
pretty quick too.
That's a grizzly ass.
Oh, I came up with an
They're
idea
supposed to be
for
fast, right?
reality TV.
Yeah, they are.
Let's
What?
hear it.
Does it involve
All right, so we
bears?
have to legalize animal cruelty.
Come
Jesus
on.
Christ.
And we get a pit, right? And like it's two fighters, but each fighter picks an animal. It's the animals that are fighting. So you get to pick your animal and a drug
Y'all know
that
Michael
you can
Vick?
give to the animal. So like imagine that.
A grizzly
You get,
bear
like,
on
a
10
fucking-
pounds of cocaine.
Exactly, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Versus like a fucking lion on crack or something.
Absolutely
Fuck
not.
yeah, lying on 10 pounds of coke. I'm putting all my money on him. 100%. And here we
Cocaine is
go.
a hell of a drug.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what a night.
actually a story that I saw a couple years ago. It's like this bear broke into like a drug lord's house or like wherever he was keeping his drugs and ate however much cocaine. Like I want to say it was like
shit.
800 pounds of cocaine it ate.
Did it die?
Yeah, it died.
800 pounds. I would say so.
But for
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
I would say for a good like 4 or 5 minutes, that bear was most.
He was lit.
Yeah, he had to be the strongest being on earth for a good like 5-10 minutes
Before he dropped.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking cardiac arrest, heart attack.
That'll kill you.
Yes, it will.
Went to the doctor today for a physical because I haven't had a physical.
Oh, I love
in
these.
And you tested positive for
800
cocaine.
years.
Yeah. What happened?
These motherfuckers didn't tell me I had to fast to get blood work.
Dude, I feel like I'm
Now I
like a
have
broken record,
Now I
but
have to go back.
every time I go,
Oh, that's good. It's on the white carpet. Because you had to fill it up to the top like a fucking asshole.
every time I go, they never tell me
Is he
to.
dead serious?
They
Every time he's on, I say this.
By
Is
your feet.
every time he's on, I say this is his last time on, and then for some reason invite him back, and he does shit like this.
Every time I go to the doctor, they never tell me to fast, but I always make the appointment super early in the morning, and I don't eat breakfast. So when I get there, they're like, "Have you been fasting?" I'm like, "Yes, but not because you ever told me to." I'm literally so nasty to them now. I'm switching doctor's offices, but
What do you go to?
Ray and Pauling, yeah, they're the fucking worst. I left a terrible Yelp. I was so mad at them. I left a bad Google review. Fuck them.
Find the Yelp review.
Find it.
Or
I
the
was
Google
I was
review,
real
whatever it is.
nasty. I wasn't like cursing or anything, but it's I left a Google review by Melanie M. Because I was fed
Is
up
it Yelp
with them.
or Google?
Google. Fuck them. I was kind of ranting, but I mean, isn't that what that's there for? Scroll down. It's gonna be on the side.
Spilled, and I looked over and
Keep going down.
9 Google reviews right here.
Yep. Oh, don't tell me they deleted
This is
mine.
you?
No, Hopwood.
Oh, you actually have your name on here?
I should show up
There
as
you go.
Melanie M.
Oh.
Yo, they deleted it.
How can they delete it?
Go to sort by most recent. Yo, newest. Yo, they deleted it.
When did you
can't.
do it?
Like 2 weeks ago.
You're sure it wasn't Yelp?
I'm positive it was not Yelp.
They can't delete reviews like that.
Yo,
Yeah, I didn't
this
think
is a
they could.
conspiracy.
Click where it says 9 reviews.
Yeah, because they're not even
Can't-
showing
Oh,
9.
click all. You're on professional.
No, yeah, but I'm
Oh.
still not there.
What the fuck?
Yo,
They can't delete
these
reviews, though.
fucking lose these fucking people.
Rewrite it.
I was real nasty too.
Write it right now.
Good. Since you decided to delete my review,
What are you trying to find it?
yeah, that's crazy. If they really deleted it,
Yeah, I don't think they can though.
you're not allowed to do that.
That's illegal. Call the bastard to get some lawyers involved.
Call who?
The bastard.
The bastard. He's like, you're not even my kid. Why are you calling me?
Why did you fill it up that high? I was wondering that.
Because he
from the
wanted to
moment.
empty the bottle. He wanted to just pour what was
Fuck that
left in
bottle.
You
it.
should have just topped it off.
I did.
Yo, did they?
Sloppy toppy, bro.
But okay,
No, I have mine right
I
here.
had drank
I
most
can
of
see
it. I
mine.
just like put it down and tapped with my pinky like that, and it.
Can
Go
we
back.
read it?
I
Can we
can
read it?
see. You want me to read it in my? It's long. Yo,
I want Kevin to read it.
Yo, all right, you
Kevin,
want to
alright,
read it?
Sign me up.
Okay, here you go, honey.
I can't read.
I'm the best at reading.
Go off, honey.
Melanie M. 1 week ago.
1 week ago, yeah, I'm still
She
heated.
wrote the review about a week ago.
Hold on, I gotta wet my whistle first.
It's long. I'll
Yeah,
explain
this is
Wet
everything.
my whistle.
I'll explain after you finish. reading
1
that.
star.
Wait, hold on.
I still want to know where this man's hat went.
Mm.
It's right there, dude.
Shut up.
Oh.
Wait, so Mel, when did you write this review?
A week ago.
All right, now read it.
Okay.
About a
go.
week ago.
Okay. Seems all competent individuals have left this practice. I stayed when the regular PA I was seeing left because this office is so close to my home. I went for a physical the second week of December 2019.
That's an important date to remember. Go on.
All right, write that down. I wasn't contacted about the results of my physical until January 2020.
What? Like-
26 days, all caps. If you capitalize
Like,
that.
yo, I could be dying. Hello?
I am now receiving a large bill for this visit because they billed me under the incorrect insurance. Yet every month my prescription is refilled by this practice with no hassle under the correct insurance.
It's crazy
Question
how that
mark?
happens. Question mark? I was like, hello?
Just last Saturday, I tried to call the office when I came down with the flu, only to get their voicemail stating that the office was closed. They have no hours of operation listed on Google. Only in their patient portal does it state that they are open Saturday, 9 to 1, 2nd and 4th of each month. Please call 845. I'm not going to read that. So
And
we
when
don't
you
have to beep
call, you get the voicemail
Thank
that
you.
says, we are not open.
it. Yes, it was the 4th Saturday of the month. Yes, I called and listened to the office is now closed voicemail. List your correct hours. 17 exclamation points. I sat at urgent care in Carmel, New York with the flu for 3 hours because I was under the impression you were closed. Safe to say I'm leaving this practice after 10 plus years.
Oh, so they were open.
Yeah, those motherfuckers. They used to be open every Saturday, and I was like, because I've gone there on a Saturday when I had like mono. So I was calling, and it's like the generic voicemail that it's like, because usually when you call, you get like, dial, if this is an emergency, call 911. I got the voicemail that's like, you are reaching us after our regular business hours. Please call back when we are open. I was like, you fucks. I should have, I mean, it's on my way to urgent care in Carmel. I could have driven in there, but that's not my job to do that. List your fucking hours. Don't have your false voicemail set up on a Saturday.
Weird.
And someone else left a review saying that too. They're like, can you please post your hours? I'm like, yo, why are you hiding from people? Like, just tell me when you're fucking open. Like, and I used to make appointments and they'd be like, well, we're not open. Then I'm like, when are you open? Like, I don't fucking know when you're open if you don't list it on Google.
The problem is that everything's turned into a
Stupid
group.
Fucks. Oh yeah, they used to be NYU Langone, and now they switched to something else. And when they made that switch, literally every doctor left.
Yeah.
They all left somewhere, and now I'm left with that weird ass doctor who's telling me I should be on a plant-based diet. And
Honestly, I haven't been
What
to a
kind of a
doctor in
doctor
probably.
would say that?
I haven't been to a
Yep,
doctor
I
in
know.
probably 3 years.
And told you not to get the flu shot, right?
Yep. And
then
when I
you got
told
the
the
flu.
lady at urgent care that, she was like, "Did you get a flu shot?" I was like, "No." When I went for my physical, my doctor told me that it was too late in the season. She was like,
She literally must have been anti-vax.
she was like, "Okay." I was like, "I'm not making that up." Yeah.
Yeah,
seriously.
because I got mine after you went to your doctor and they said not to.
What
'cause
the
it was
fuck?
too late.
You guys
Yeah.
get the flu shot?
I have
Well,
never gotten a
I
flu
just
shot.
got it because I was
I
at
got
the
it
doctor.
Once when I was younger.
I've never gotten it. I've gotten a flu
That was it.
once.
I don't get it usually, and I've had the flu twice that I can recall.
I'm just scared of needles. It's weird to say that because
No,
like, I
I
have
don't
tattoos,
care.
but I'm like scared of needles.
Just don't look. I'm scared of needles.
Yeah.
I really am. I pass out every time. But
Really?
yeah. Oh yeah. I'm like, yeah, do it. And then I'm like,
You really
Like,
pass out?
So
when I donate blood, yeah,
Yeah.
honey, you're taking like a quarter of your fucking fluid out.
So when you go to jail, you have to get a shot. I forget what it's for, but it's like to go-
Syphilis. No, I'm kidding.
it's going to general population, so like you don't. I don't know what
There's
it's
no
for,
pill for that.
but so I was sitting there and this lady wanted to give me a shot, and I was like, no, I'm not taking a shot.
When you went to jail,
Yeah.
Why'd you go to jail?
you
So-
brought it up, honey. you brought it up.
So I'm sitting there and she like wants to give me a shot. I'm like,
He
no.
does this.
You was in DCJ, baby.
Yeah, for I bailed myself out after like 4 hours. $10,000 bail, $20,000 bond. It was a fucking great time.
Wow.
So I'm sitting there and she's like, "Oh, I have to give you this shot," and I was like, "No."
Can you flex? Are you allowed to flex like that when you're sitting in jail? Well, I paid $10,000 to get out of jail.
Yes.
Yo, actually,
What the fuck?
when I bailed myself out,
Yes, honey. You're okay.
there was
Matt?
like
Oh, ayo.
there was some guy that was like, "Yo, get me out of here." I was like, "I'm fucking broke now. What do you mean?" So, but this lady wanted to give me a shot, and I was like, "No, I'm not taking a shot." And she was like, "Well, then you have to sit in your cell for like 24 hours a day. Like, you can't come out."
Is that why you were in jail? You took too many shots.
You know,
One too many shots landed you in the hole.
Essentially, yeah,
Yeah,
yep,
I figured.
and not having a license.
Yeah, that'll do it to you.
Matt is gone, offset.
Offset.
So yeah, but I had to get the shot, and I refused to get it until like the last second. I was like, "All right, fuck it, just do it."
They don't bother me as long as I don't look at them. If I don't
But
see the actual needle, I'm like, yeah, whatever.
What
just
freaked me
fucking
out is
do
the
it.
shot was in my wrist. They had to do it
You're
like
pointing at your hand.
they had to do it like into my the
top of your hand.
They had to do it into like the top of my hand. It was fucking scary.
Yeah, I had a shot.
Jack's like, speaking of wrist, let me move my Rolex.
I had an
I did the bond. It was fucking $2,000. I didn't have fucking $10,000 to bail myself out. I'm sorry, Matthew.
Yeah. I had an IV in the top of my hand when I got my wisdom teeth pulled out. That felt weird.
I still haven't got
Just
my
like feels like
teeth.
there's not enough
Neither
skin
have
there
I.
to have something in.
I'm
it.
fucking
I'm-
terrified.
Yeah,
Oh my god, it's the best.
I'm
What do you
retarded
mean?
or something.
It's awesome. I
What
loved
do you
it. I would
mean?
go again if I could, if they could pull more teeth out.
I do have to go again.
You can't eat for like a week after though, right?
No, I felt amazing. I don't know.
The only thing I'm excited for is to be high as fuck after.
Yeah, that was great.
No, you can eat.
I see why people are addicted to heroin.
Is that what?
Dun, 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 dun.
No, seriously,
She's like, please start talking.
my dentist.
That's
yo,
that's supposed to be like heroin.
Really, my dentist really fucked me up. Like he just kept doing shit, and I was like, yo, more. My heart, can my heart handle this? Like I don't know if I started to get high and then I got paranoid, but I was like, yo, he's putting a lot in there. Like first I got an IV, which I don't know what they put in there. Like I still don't know what it was.
That was the anesthesia, bro.
Motherfucker started giving me shots of Novocaine, like all in my mouth, like 3 shots
Wait,
of Novocaine.
you remember that?
Yes, I didn't go under. He gave me
Oh.
twilight sedation, so I got laughing gas.
Oh shit.
Yo, that
So I was fucked up. It made time go by so fast. Like it's like you're so high that you literally don't want to open your eyes. Like,
So
'cause
you
they're
feel-
shining that fucking light.
on laughing gas, you feel everything, right? But you just like don't care.
I didn't. I couldn't say I felt it.
She's like, I understand why people are addicted
Yo,
to
I'm
heroin. I was
serious.
about to talk, but I stopped, and she's like,
It was like I don't know how to describe it. You'd have to just like have done it before, I guess, heroin.
No, I'm like, I'm scared for my wisdom.
It was like he was like pulling
Hey.
at, like I could feel him tugging at things in my mouth, but I couldn't feel it. It felt like pressure, and like I
Yeah.
could hear the drills and everything, but I was just like too. I
oh,
was
so you
just, like,
remember it, kind of?
Oh yeah, of course. I don't know how long I was really there for. Maybe like an hour and a half.
Wait, why
and
didn't they just put you out?
they don't do it. Google it. It's called twilight sedation.
Yeah,
They don't-
I was
knock you
bro.
out. They
I was
don't-
out.
What, you got your wisdom teeth out?
Yeah.
Oh no, I remember everything.
Yeah, they gave me anesthesia.
Well, I
No,
think
I
you have
didn't
a
get
choice.
anesthesia.
I think you have a choice
I don't
to do
fucking know.
anesthesia.
It was
or-
free.
And all Andy-
Welfare, Obamacare. It was
all-
free. Thank you.
I'm definitely doing the laughing gas though, because that's when you see everyone like all fucked up after and shit.
I don't know. I didn't get like that after. I mean, I
think
felt
a
like
lot
I
of those
couldn't
videos are
walk.
fake.
I couldn't walk
Yeah.
to the car by myself. But like once I got in the car, I was just like,
But how long? It wore off pretty quickly, though, right?
oh yeah.
Yeah, like when
I was in Brewster by the time I got to Pauling. I was like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
hungry. What can I eat?
Yeah, when I first got at, like, from what I remember, when I got out, they put you like a little recovery room. I walked there, but I was like, whoa.
They didn't put me in a recovery room. They're
And-
like, okay, bye, next person.
And
I was
then that's that
Okay, then.
Obamacare.
Yeah. They're like next.
Get out.
There's like 17 people waiting in line. Like what?
Charlie and Dee are waiting to get
Yeah. Their crack
their
rock.
crack. Yeah,
Yeah.
we'd like some crack, please.
What? Well, your finest crack rock, please. No, I liked it.
No, it was awesome when I woke up, but yeah, they put me in like this little recovery room, and then by the time I like got into the car, I was fine because they
Yeah.
let me wait for a little while before I got up.
I remember the cotton balls did feel weird. I was like confused about what that was. I was like, yo, was my mouth that swollen? And then I was like, oh, it's like a
Yeah.
little swab thing that they shove back there.
Yeah, I have to go back because I had that like heart thing when I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
They said that this side's gonna be like a little bit more involved, so they have to put me like deeper
Oh
under.
shit.
And I'm thinking like, how much deeper can you go
Yeah.
under? I was out, bro.
Yeah, that's scary.
But yeah, I guess they
So
have to.
you only got one side?
Yeah,
Oh
which
no.
sucks.
Dude, I got all 4 out at once and they didn't knock me out.
Yeah, it's fucking
Isn't that
crazy.
weird?
That's
Andy
Obamacare.
didn't even have.
Yeah, it really
Yeah,
is.
Andy didn't even have.
Insurance?
No, he didn't
Okay.
have.
So I'm like, what?
No, he didn't have the laughing gas or anything. He had
Just Novocaine? Nope,
dude.
fuck that. No, I was high as a fucking kite. I really was.
That's
But I
the-
don't know what he put in here. Like, I don't know if that was like the stuff they give you before surgery. It's like
I had
not,
some of that before I got my
not
heart done.
Xanax. It's it calms you down. That
Yeah.
pill.
Dude, whatever
What's
that
it
is.
called?
Oh, Klonopin?
No, it's not like a Xanax. It's
I know what you're talking about.
I'm
I had that
sorry,
before
it's
my-
really gonna bother me.
I had that before my heart surgery when I was like 10 when I was in 10th grade
yeah,
they
I
gave me
gave
it.
that to me before I had my appendix out.
because
And
I was
like,
freaking out.
I was like, just do it. I was like, I don't fucking. My
Dude.
parents are like crying. I'm like, can we go to the operating table?
Dude,
I
that
was like-
shit fucked me up.
That's the best.
That stuff, whatever that stuff was.
People
fucked me
abuse
up.
that real quick. Yeah. Hold on. It's.
I just want the laughing gas, dude. Like that's the only reason why I would be excited to get my wisdom teeth out is to be high as fuck after. Otherwise, like I hate going to. I'm scared of the dentist. Like legit scared.
Yeah, I don't love.
I love the
going, but-
dentist. I'm sorry.
I don't. Ever since I was a little kid, I
Valium.
really-
Yeah.
Valium
Oh,
is what
alright.
they give you before surgery. I'm pretty sure. It's like maybe that's what he had in my IV because I was like, I don't care.
Ever since
Just-
I was a little kid, I've been
oh, well.
terrified to go to the dentist. Like they used to have to hold me down to do like regular cleanings.
Really?
I
Yeah, I
like
was
it.
terrified of dentists for some reason.
I just hate how they fucking dig at your teeth, though.
I
think
know.
That skews me out so
It
much.
hurt.
I'm like,
Yeah.
every time I go, I'm like, this cannot be healthy.
Yeah.
Like,
it
How often
probably
do you go?
Twice a year.
twice a year. Yeah. It probably just sounds worse because it's like in your own mouth.
Do you
and I feel
actually
like it
go twice a year
echoes.
though?
Most of the time, yeah.
I do.
I have to
yes.
go, dude. I haven't been in like 4 years
Yeah, you
to a
gotta go.
dentist. It's
I didn't
so
go for a
bad.
long time. They're like, you have 7 cavities. And I was like, okay.
See, that's another thing.
Sounds
though.
about right.
I've never had a cavity.
Oh yeah, some people just have like better, stronger teeth. It all depends on your genetics and whatnot.
I've never
but
had a cavity, but I haven't been in like 4 years.
I've definitely had some.
When I was a kid, I
cavities.
went like 5 years without going to a dentist too, though.
I said Obamacare.
Yeah, once we got on that Obamacare, I was like twice a year.
I have good insurance though. I have Blue Cross Blue Shield.
Well, I was just kidding.
You just gotta go.
I guess so. I'll make an appointment. I guess. Shit.
I
feel
like
like a
the
fucking
dentist.
scumbag now.
If I don't go twice a year, it's like more money for me, really,
Yeah.
because my copay or my basically the second time is free for me to go because of my deductible. My deductible is like
Yeah.
$50, and my copay or my deductible is $50, and my copay is $50. I think.
So I
Yeah.
Or-
I was doing medical coding and billing for a while, right?
hmm
And people would come into my like rehab facilities and shit, and they would like their insurance would be coming through me, and their deductibles would be like 10, 12 grand a year. I'm like, how do you expect people to pay this shit?
I don't understand. I don't understand how.
Like,
Why do you even
insurance
have
works at
insurance
all.
at that point?
A,
Though?
Yeah.
a lot of them, they're
High deductible. I don't.
a lot of
understand
the high deductibles were Cigna, and
that.
like
I have Cigna, and I
Well,
never
maybe that
pay a
was like
copay.
maybe that was like a plan for like people with like a lot more money because
well,
they're only gonna want health insurance if it's something like serious. Like,
well,
Yeah.
it's gonna be
I'm pretty
millions of
sure it's
dollars.
different for like medical, and then like they have mental health and substance abuse for their deductible too.
Yeah.
And their deductibles and like out of pockets were insanely high sometimes. Like, I don't know
I
why.
just don't understand how it works.
I don't know why they would do that to make people pay so much money for insurance every year.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's kind of wrong. but
Confuses me.
yeah.
You're
fucked up.
paying per month to have this thing, and then you have to pay anyway when you go to the doctor and get sick. I don't get it. Just never made sense to me.
I don't know. That's why I never go to the doctor. I have good insurance.
It's like insurance on your cell phone, even. Same
Yeah,
shit.
Same thing.
You pay $20 or whatever, $15 a month, and then if you break your shit,
You have to
you
pay
still have to
anyway.
pay $200.
Yeah. I mean, it's better than paying the fucking $1,300 it is for a phone now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I'd rather pay the $200 and pay for the insurance too than pay $1,300 out of my pocket when
have
I
to
go to
get
get a new phone.
Yeah.
It's fucked up how they do it now. Like I have a
That's why I
case in
have a
this temper glass, and I
6S.
drop my phone once, and I know it's gonna be fucking broken.
What phone is that?
This is the 11 Pro Max.
Yeah, I'm scared to get one of those.
I don't even know how much I paid for it. I
Smash
put it on my plan.
that.
I think it's like $1,500,
Yeah.
and it's like
That's
I drop it once,
crazy.
and it's gonna be fucking destroyed.
You better hope you don't get arrested again. That came right out of your bail money.
Yeah, well,
Dude,
yes.
I kept my Snapchat streaks though.
He was only in jail for 4 hours. The fuck?
No, it was longer than that. It was like 3 a.m. to like I want to say like 6 or 7 p.m. the next day.
3 a.m.
3 in the
So it was
morning.
like 13, 14
I
hours or something like
need
that.
my bell.
And when you first go, you're in your cell for 22 hours a day for the first 5 days or something like that. For the first 5 business days.
How long were you supposed to be in there?
It's fucking crazy.
Oh, so I was looking at like 3 to 5 years. It was not fun. If I didn't pay my
Thankfully,
bail,
I had 50 grand cash for the lawyer.
no, my lawyer was actually
Charlie's bird law came to
So,
represent me.
So I was looking at 3 to 5 years. I got out the day that I went in because I paid the bond.
And cash full.
No.
I challenge you to
no,
a duel.
no. God, no. No. So I paid the bond. It was like $2,000 for the bondsman. And then I got out that day. If I didn't get out that day, I got arrested on Thursday night. So it was basically Friday morning. I wouldn't have
You have
had
to spend the weekend there, right?
I wouldn't have had court until Tuesday night.
Yeah, fuck that.
And then at my court date, they weren't going to release me if I wasn't out on bail. So I would
Uh-huh.
have been in there until I was done fighting the whole case. And I
Yeah.
was fighting the case for over a year.
That's crazy.
I was fighting the case over here. So
Is that what it sounded like?
Dun,
no.
dun.
It's just, dude. It's literally just a door that closes.
Were
on
you in there with anybody else?
No, it was
Okay.
it was by myself.
God.
But it's literally just like a big steel door with a little window.
Yeah, that would.
I'll tell you
I
what,
would
it's
not fare
fucking
well.
disgusting. As soon as I got in there, like the guy was like, "Oh, like there's cleaning products here if you want to clean your cell."
If I can drink that shit, drink that bleach right up.
I went up to my cell.
Drink that bleach right up.
Keep going, dude. Talk over it. It goes with it.
I went up to my cell, and I just brought the cleaning products up with me and cleaned the fuck out of the cell for a couple hours
Yeah.
because it was so disgusting.
Jack had an apron on, a little skirt.
No, bro, I was in a fucking orange jumpsuit. It felt like fucking denim. It was disgusting.
Really?
Bro, it was so bad. I couldn't shower until the next day, so I couldn't even shower that morning.
You showered there?
No, I couldn't because
You would have been raped.
I wasn't.
For sure.
I wasn't allowed to shower until the
For
next day. I had no books. I
sure.
had nothing. I had nothing. I had no books. I had no magazines to read. I was literally
Yeah.
just sitting there by myself. It was fucking
That sounds
terrible.
awful. Who was your one phone call to? You called your mom?
You don't get one phone call.
Really?
Yeah,
That's fake.
So,
Who'd you call? Like, what do you mean? How'd you
I-
call the bondsman?
Well, I called my mom. I was
Okay.
like, "Hey, listen, like I'm in jail. I need you to do me a
Hey,
favor."
listen.
And she was like, "What the fuck?" I was like, "Just do me a favor right
Yeah.
now." I was like, "I need you to go to my house, pick up some money, and go down to the bondsman." She starts crying and shit. I was like, "Mom, like, it's all right." And then I called my dad.
Mom,
He
These
didn't
stupid
answer.
ads really fuck my jokes up.
Mom,
Yeah.
it's only premeditated murder. It's fine.
I called my dad. He didn't answer. So I called my cousin. And I started bullshitting with him. He's like, "What number are you calling me from?"
Yeah.
He was like, "It said it was a collect call." I was like,
Jail.
"It's fucking jail, you idiot. It tells you I'm calling from jail right now." He's like, "Oh, what'd you do?" I was like, "Just fucking bullshit me for a minute." You have to like fight for time on the phone. Everyone's like making phone calls and shit. But it's expensive.
Chingy.
It's fucking expensive. I forget how much money it is. They have to like, when you make a phone call, they have to deposit money into
You
your
had
account.
commissary, bro?
No, I wasn't there long enough for it. But when you make a phone
Yeah,
call,
Akon.
This orange is the new black?
when you make a phone call, they have to like deposit money into your account for you to make phone calls.
Yeah.
Over the phone, they have to put
Deposit's a
like,
load, right?
Yes. That
No,
sounds
it's not a
great.
load.
I've
That's-
never been to jail before.
That's one thing I
Alright,
don't
it's a
recommend is
load.
going to jail.
Yeah.
Fucking sucks.
How's the food?
I'm
I didn't even eat there,
I'm
dude.
prison, Mike.
So,
Remember that episode of The Office?
Oh, yeah.
so I went in.
Actually, the food was pretty good.
I got arrested at like 3 a.m. By the time I got to the jail and started getting processed, it was like 8, and they held me in a holding cell until like 10.
Where'd you get Where'd you get arrested? Do you
In
remember
Poughkeepsie.
where? Like what road? Like off the arterial, or you on
No,
a
no,
side
no.
street?
I was down on White Street,
I don't fucking know where White Street is.
North
I
White
didn't know
Street.
there was a white street in Poughkeepsie.
I was down on North White Street, and so I got arrested around 3
I don't
a.m.
even know.
Got arrested around 3 a.m. By the time I got to the jail, it was like 7, and then they held me in a
What
holding
took so
cell
long to get you to the jail? Y'all,
because I was sitting there and they were like waiting for a judge. The judge didn't come until 6.
oh,
So and
What judge? What judge?
I don't remember.
Judge Joe Brown
Oh,
presiding.
fuck. He was very fucking angry though. He was pissed that he got woken up so early. So and by the time I got to the jail, it was like 7:30. I got processed and everything. They held me in a holding cell until like 10 or
Did
11.
you refuse the breathalyzer?
Oh yeah.
Do you think that helped your cause?
So I refused the breathalyzer and then I got
Because
to
they
the,
say to do that, but I never know if they're just gonna like
So here's the-
rage
here-
out and be like,
here's
"Do
the
the
thing.
fucking breathalyzer, bitch."
That's what they did to me.
Okay.
That's what they did to me, and I was only 20. So they're fucking
Yeah.
screaming at me and shit. When I got to the station, I blew into the breathalyzer. I blew .09.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there. And the big problem was I was under 21 and I had like 17 suspensions on my license. So it ended up being a felony, which is why I was looking at 3 to 5 years. And then, so anyway, the judge sets my bail at $10,000, $20,000 bond. So I really only needed like $2,000 to get out.
Yeah.
But by the time I was processed and everything, they held me in a holding cell. And like by the time I got up to general population, it was after they gave all the prisoners lunch.
They call that Gen Pop.
Well, it wasn't even Gen Pop.
That
It was-
GP, baby.
It wasn't even Gen Pop. It was really
Oh.
they call it classification. So they classify me to like
Jesus.
decide what level I'll be at, and that's why I was gonna be in my cell for 22 hours a day for 5 days.
Wow.
Um,
You're a
still
high
got
risk, high
30
flight.
hours.
no. That,
Max security.
I was high flight risk. is what
Transfer
they
this guy
said.
to Sing Sing. He's done.
They said I was a high flight
Wait,
risk, which is
what?
why my bail was so high.
Yeah.
But
Damn.
so I'm sitting there and like,
Now they just let those people go, right? Is that what everyone's
Yes.
crying about? Cuomo and the bail
Yes.
reform. And now they're just like, all right,
There's no bail.
See ya. Come
No,
back.
now-
no room in here.
Yeah.
So now it's
Ain't no
fucked
room
up.
here. You heard?
Now it's
Go
fucked
back on
up.
the streets.
You can like
Get out of here.
you can like rape somebody. They'll let you go right away, and then you can go back to their house and like take pictures outside of their house.
Yeah,
of them and
there's
shit,
like
and,
a
they
there was
can't
this
do anything.
something happened where like a guy
It's
was
fucked up.
beating
Wait,
up his
what?
girlfriend, and then they released him. He like didn't have to pay any bail, and they just let him out. He went like straight to her job and beat the shit out of her.
Yeah.
and like it's all on film, and I'm like, okay, I kind of see the point people are making
Dude,
now.
it's really fucked up. Like
He had like a knife too, like it's all in the footage from her job. He like slid a fucking giant knife up his sweatshirt. I'm like, yo, what if he actually murdered this broad? Like,
oh yeah, it's really
the
fucked up.
fuck?
But he raped her and then
No, they got in a domestic dispute. But he beat the shit out of her
no, but
the night before,
and then
Okay,
he
so-
and
shot her
then
again.
and then he went. They got arrested and they released him like
And
a
then it was
couple
like,
hours
ding, ding,
later.
ding, round
And he
two.
went right to her job and was like
Yeah.
fighting her, and like no one's batting an eye at her job. I'm like, yo, I would quit. I'd quit
So-
that job. Like, yo, you motherfuckers got up.
So
and
here's what
helped
they say.
me.
They say it's non-violent
fuck?
crimes that there's no bail for, right?
Yeah.
So I agree
How-
with it to a certain extent, but you have to really classify what the non-violent crimes
is,
are.
Yeah.
So
Have you
like,
read the list?
yes, it's fucked
No, I
up.
It's
haven't
like
read the list.
criminally negligent homicide.
Yeah, it's fucked
What
up,
the
dude.
fuck?
It's
Like
really
what if
fucked
you like
up.
accidentally run someone over with your car? I don't understand how
New
you're
York State is really fucked up with
criminally
that
negligent.
right
Like if
now.
someone
Like, I
chokes in your
agree.
presence and you don't help them, like how can you be criminally negligent to someone's death?
Yes, like I agree
well, to your murder.
to a certain extent. I agree with the no bail, like the no bail, whatever.
I
it is.
understand why he did it, but it's like backfiring clearly.
But he has
now.
to really classify what non-violent crimes are,
Yeah.
because it's coming to a
getting
point where
crazy.
like people are coming out and reoffending right away.
Yeah, those people cannot be rehabilitated.
Right,
They need to be in
it's
jail.
fucked up. It's really fucked up.
Sorry, all.
Sorry, y'all. What the fuck? No, drink some wine. Jesus Christ.
I am.
Yo, you got another bottle?
No, I don't. Oh, I have that.
Yeah, white wine only for this guy from now on.
Spilling,
These
spilling.
carpets are too
He's
clean.
spilling.
Yeah, my
Yeah,
mom's,
drinking red.
mom's gonna have a field day with you.
I don't
He's
even like
spilling.
red wine, dude. I hate red wine. I
He's
bought this
spilling.
because
Red.
I bought-
Red wine.
I bought this Malbec because the first time I came here, I drank that Malbec. I liked it. I bought another one I really liked, and I bought this one. It was fucking disgusting.
Why didn't you just buy? Oh, they didn't have the same one or something.
They didn't have the same one that you had, so I bought a different one that I liked. I couldn't find that one there again, so I bought this one thinking like, oh, it's a Malbec, but no, I didn't
There's
like
a
it
good
at all.
brand of Malbec. I forget what it's called.
You can try this.
Fuck.
I'm probably not gonna drink it anyway.
Matt, you coming to Nashville?
Yeah, I wish.
Yo, man, I might be leaving my car here tonight.
How you getting home? Uber?
No, I'm gonna call.
Yo, edit jar, bro. Edit jar. Put the 100 in there, bro. Put it in there.
Fucking.
Here we go again.
Here's your fucking.
Yo, he's planning
need
on
to make
paying bail
bail.
tonight. He's planning on paying
Here's
his
your fucking
bail
edit
tonight,
jar,
bro.
dude. Fuck your edit jar. Here's your fucking edit jar, dude.
Wait, you just got paid? What's going on? You
These
don't-
are actually fake.
Y'all don't trust the bank?
Fucking
These
edit
are
jar,
actually
dude.
fake, I think.
No, they're just crisp.
No, I think they're actually fake.
We don't.
Fuck
We don't
your
go to
edit
the.
jar,
You don't
dog.
like the bank?
Fuck your
No, it
fucking
really is
edit
fake.
jar.
Let me see it.
That's how I pay my drug dealers.
Let me see.
I mean, like,
Oh, that feels weird.
That's
that's like
Yeah,
printer
they're
Oh,
actually
that
fake.
is
Where the fuck did
fake.
you get this?
Why
Don't
do
worry
you?
about
Why
it.
do you carry this around?
Because, like,
that,
just
like,
in case.
illegal?
You're gonna need real bail money if you get caught.
Yeah, that's like really illegal. I'm serious. Like if you get pulled over, they're like, I mean, why would they be like, let me check the money in your wallet? But
Oh, I was just telling my
Yo,
Yeah,
buddy at
that's
work
fake.
I
today.
got 50s and 20s too.
have you ever tried to
Those
use
are all
this
fake.
somewhere?
Yeah,
have you ever
I think,
tried
I think
to
we have
use
to
this
edit
somewhere?
this part. Okay, well this will never work though, right?
No. So,
It feels
so like
fake.
if you
It
actually,
looks real, but it feels
It
fake.
you gotta
feels
like
dead
slide
fake.
it into the middle of a pile.
If
It's
you-
like you
yeah,
buy
no,
a
no,
TV
no, I was gonna say, if
for
you
like
actually wanted to
$700
try that,
and
yeah.
you just slip a couple in.
if you really want to try, you gotta use 20s. No one checks 20s. You know, so you slip it into the middle.
I
and
don't
you're
know. If
fucking
someone handed
straight.
this to me, I would be like, all right, this is. It
But
doesn't-
there's
it
your
doesn't
fucking edit
feel
jar
like
money, bro.
Money. It feels like a piece of paper.
Can you leave some of that here for real?
Yeah, I'll leave some.
I would just drop these places and like sit and watch people pick it up and be like, ah.
No, it's mine.
But I
So
feel
you're
like
like,
I feel
oh,
like if I
it's
picked that up,
fake.
I'd like almost know right away though.
Yeah, of course. But if you saw it, you get all
It's their-
excited.
Their initial
then you
reaction.
run up to it
yeah.
and you're like,
so much
"Ah."
better. I like this a lot.
That's a really I love that. That's my favorite wine.
See, I usually don't like Cap Savs either.
That's what did you
my
just call
favorite
it?
wine.
What did you just call it?
Cab
I'm
Sav.
kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding with you.
Cab Savinos. He doesn't usually like Cab Savinos.
Cab who?
Sav. I don't like that. Some people are gonna like that though.
Wait,
I kind of like it. The person who might kind of like it is me.
you didn't realize these were fake like as soon as you picked it up?
No, I thought it was. Honestly, I thought it was just like really crisp at first.
They
and then I was
looked
like, wait a
real.
second.
From here, they look real.
Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like, then you look at these hundreds and
It doesn't have the.
look at the
graphic.
Oh, it
holograph.
says
doesn't-
copy right on.
Yeah, it does.
Do they all say that?
Yeah.
On the 20s too.
Yes, they all say copy. So I technically,
Oh, so they're not illegal
right. Technically, I can't get in trouble for it.
unless you
But-
try to use it.
Right.
Yeah, for real.
But like, I feel like if I really, really tried and like planned it out right, I could actually use one or two of them. I can't get away with the hundreds. They're gonna check all the hundreds. You know.
Yeah.
Motion picture use only.
Right.
Where'd you get these?
Wait, a fucking
You
movie?
can buy them on Amazon.
What the fuck?
You can buy them on Amazon for like, bro, it's like $30 for like $2,000.
It's a shit deal. I'm kidding.
Wow.
So,
You all right?
Fuck. Yeah.
but I'll leave a couple for you. That'll be my next gift. Since you didn't like my first one, it wasn't good enough for the podcast. It's whatever. I'm not really upset about it, but like,
No, it just takes up a lot of room.
It's a fire.
you know, I've been abused on this podcast. One,
Who
you
did
didn't
that?
like my gift.
I guess I
Two,
did.
Chelsea said I'm a bad guest.
She has no comment. She never actually did say that though. For real.
I started to look back.
It's your mom, actually.
She never really said that for the record. I just knew that that would be believable. Because Jack used to think that she hated him.
I still think she hates me.
Hit the
That's because she. No, I'm kidding. She
That's
doesn't.
because she
What was it
does.
supposed to hit?
the
Which
music.
one? I haven't used that
She
enough tonight.
does.
Um,
You.
So yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna pick these up. What do you want me to leave you? 100? Okay, you
I don't
fucking
care.
weirdo.
You ever call somebody and just do that?
When I was in like sixth
No.
grade, you know, people still do prank calls. I got a prank call a couple months ago, and like,
That's strange.
Sometimes I call people and ask them if their
Matt,
refrigerator's
you
running.
did that to me one time.
better go
What?
And you called me and I'm restricted. This was like maybe 4 years ago, 5 years ago, and you were like, "These nuts!" Like you got me so good when that first came out, and I was literally like, "Who is this?" It was so I was crying, laughing, and then you said the punchline was "These nuts," and I was like, "What the fuck?" I was like crying.
I actually got Kevin really good once, and he got really mad because we were talking about like cardiologists or some shit. And it was like kind of a or pulmonologist or whatever. And we're texting. I probably still have the screenshot somewhere. And
Here, I'll leave one of each.
I was asking him, thanks, because I was asking him like what doctor he recommended because I wanted to go see a pulmonary doctor. And he was like, I forget the name, but it was in this building. It was part of Northern West, whatever it was, or Caramount, whatever. And I'm like, are you sure it wasn't like Dr. D? And he was like, no, I think it was like Dr. S or something like that. And I was like, you sure it wasn't the D? And he's like, no, I don't think so. And I'm like, D. I sent the picture of the guy. D's nuts.
Yeah.
And he goes, I hope your heart bursts in your sleep.
Damn.
my go-to is usually I hope you step on a Lego.
Yeah.
Or
I hope you hit your
you know-
shin on a scooter.
You know what mine was for years is I used to say I hope you get diarrhea.
Yeah, that's the worst.
You get it a lot.
These
Diarrhea,
nuts.
yeah.
I was gonna
Chronic.
say something too.
Nice.
Chronic,
What was I
chronic,
gonna say?
chronic.
You have GERD.
I probably do.
I definitely do.
I think I really might.
Yo, but I'm actually, you know what I might try to do one day is like,
What for? How do you get it? Heartburn or throat burn or what?
GERD or diarrhea?
GERD is like
Gastro or whatever.
it's like reflux, right?
Yeah. No, I think I have IBS, honestly.
Okay. Well, anyway, Jack.
so what I might try to do one day is I might
think
try to
I
buy something
might.
for like $60
Anywho.
and put one of the fake 20s in the middle.
Should I pause this?
No, I don't give a fuck, dude.
They're like, well, this was
Do-
premeditated. We have it right here on the podcast at 40
do you remember my
minutes
last
in.
podcast? Cam was asking me like really like some shit.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck.
Let's talk
bro.
about camera. Never mind.
Who gives a fuck?
Just
Who
kidding.
gives a fuck? He doesn't even fucking promote the shit.
Cameron has left.
Anyway,
the chat. Cameron has left
what
the
I was gonna
chat.
say is I was gonna use like say I buy something for like $60, I'll put a 20 right in the middle. I want to try that, see if it works. If he
Let me
says
know how
something,
that goes.
if he says something, I'll be like, oh shit, I didn't realize I had that on me, and I'll give him a real 20.
They're like, all right, step aside. We're calling.
Yeah.
Right.
You better be ready to run. Where you're running
I'll run.
sneakers.
There's no way a gas station attendant catches me.
You're running.
If I
shoes
run.
on. Get ready.
If I run, there's no way some fucking Indian gas station attendant catches me.
Why does he have to be Indian? Why does he have to be Indian, bro? Yo, why does he have to be Indian, bro? Explain yourself.
Yikes.
76% of gas stations are owned by Indians in the United States of America.
That's a fake fucking statistic.
I did just make that up. Fuck you.
All I see is those white people up in Stewart, so I know that's a damn lie.
Well, Stuart, go to a Shell. Go to a fucking Shell.
I don't. Shell's expensive. The gas.
It is, but it's good gas.
I don't get gas from Shell. I stopped at.
Actually, you know what? So I didn't think people really got bad gas.
Oh yeah, there's bad gas.
So I went to
Off-brand?
What's that gas
Mel
station?
Mel just said that she thinks she has irritable syndrome.
What's that gas station off 52? It's right by the Taconic. It's called like Hans or some shit. It's a mobile.
52 by the Taconic.
It's a mobile.
Uh-huh.
I went there one time, like recently.
I have a story about
But
gas
it's
after
mobile?
this.
Yeah, it's
so
a mobile.
it should be good gas then.
It's a mobile. I got gas there, and so I was low on gas. Like I was on my way to a Jets game in the morning. Like I didn't have much gas. I was like, "Fucking, I'm kind of late anyway." I pulled into the parking lot. I was like, "I'll get gas." So I leave. It's right there. So like I was on extra fuel when I started my truck. Get over to the fucking gas station, put gas in it. So as soon as I got into Taconic, it starts like pop, like bucking
really?
hard. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? I'm
Some
floored.
water in this gasoline, huh?
I'm fucking floored. Nothing's happening. Like it sounds terrible. I'm like, what the fuck? So I limp it all the way home. I'm on Taconic doing like 45 miles an hour.
Yeah.
And I get it all the way home. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? Next day, my Jeep won't even start. Like, won't turn over or anything. I'm like, what the fuck? I drained all the gas out of it. Like, went down to the gas station down the road from my house, put good gas in it, and started back up. I was like, what the fuck?
That's weird from a mobile.
I had never gotten bad gas before, and it happened at that mobile. I'll never
Huh.
go back to that gas station again.
Damn.
There's been times recently where I drove past that gas station to get different gas when I'm on E. Like, I just won't go back to that gas station.
Yeah, there's been some sketchy stories of that I've heard of like oil, like an oil tank, like people dumping oil in oil tanks. Some local companies even. Some horror stories about them dumping, sludge and like fuel mix that wasn't right.
Yeah.
Like it would still burn, but it wasn't the proper mix.
Not good.
But one time, I don't know how to
One time.
say who he was without saying his name. He's overseas right now and for the military.
Yeah, we know him.
One time he stayed overnight here because he got too drunk to drive home, and
Surprised he didn't just drive.
Maybe if he had more money, he could afford bail.
yeah.
Go on. Go on.
So someone broke into his car because he left it unlocked because it
Oh,
was
yeah,
at my
I remember
house in
this.
Holmes.
Yeah.
Broke into his
Like,
car.
who does that?
Stole his change. He didn't have any cash in his wallet, but they stole his change bucket out of his I guess it was in his cup holder or something.
I know my mom always says people break into your car for that. I'm like, who?
Yeah. Now
Someone
you
who's
know.
desperado.
Broke
They-
as fuck. Crackheads.
They
Desperado.
took his wallet. They didn't even just take his card. They took his wallet, and
Yeah, that's scum.
They ended up going to what's the gas station
Speedway?
across from Cumbies?
Shell.
Shell. So they went to that Shell in Beekman
Mm-hmm.
and filled up their tank.
Fucking.
And they must have
scum.
put it through his credit and then just used his license to look at the zip. You know,
Yeah.
you can put your zip code if
Yeah.
you run your debit card as credit.
Yeah.
And they filled up their tank. And on the way out,
They didn't get them on film, on camera. I would have gone there and got
I don't
the
think they even tried because they actually tried to file a.
Who did?
Hold on.
Okay. He already pressed it. He did. They have cameras. You could just be like, who was here at this time?
Yeah, they they want to know part
They want
of
a
it.
police
I guess.
report.
Wait, can gas stations even do that when if you have a police report and shit? Can
Yes.
they even deny?
I don't know if they could deny, but that fucking
I don't
old
think
fuck,
I don't think the police ended up doing anything for some reason. He called and made a report. A cop came here the next day and
Yeah.
got our stories or whatever. They didn't do anything. All they had to do was pull the fucking footage.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been that hard.
That's
but
crazy.
they never. God damn it. He never got that settled.
Damn.
See, I leave my keys in my fucking car at all times. Like,
Really?
listen, it's such a fucking piece of shit. I'm like, if you want to
No,
steal
I don't
something out of the
do that. I'm
motherfucker, steal it. The
scared.
only thing expensive that I keep in there is my fucking speaker that I use for music now because I blew the fuse in my radio,
Yeah.
and I'm too cheap to fucking put a new radio in it.
Yeah.
That's never happened.
Otherwise, like,
Why don't you just replace the fuse?
Because it's an internal fuse.
Oh,
So I have
okay.
to pull out the radio and put a new fuse into it. And at that point, you're better off just buying a new radio. And I'm just not putting any more money into the thing.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay, I'll use a speaker.
Remember-
No one comes into my
Speaker, I barely know her.
no one comes into my car, and it's like, if I do pick up a girl, it's already such a piece of shit.
If you
that
pick
if I'm
up a
using
hooker?
fucking speaker, it's like makes it funnier. I don't know.
I like the mysterious music better. It's like, who is this girl you're picking up?
No, but
Not one off Tinder.
that
Yeah, no, hell no, my God. I want to retouch on that at a
that
later
same
point.
person. I just want to add one more thing to my story. That same person who did that on the way out, they broke into our neighbors.
Like, who
car.
would do that? Like, you think that's someone who lives around here? Like, this is such a random. Who's just like
I was gonna say,
joyriding
such
in
a
homes,
random
and they're
word.
like, I bet there's an unlocked car
Yeah,
at this
so weird.
address.
You don't
They-
know who did it?
No. Why do you?
No, I was just.
Yeah, that was an ominous
It was me
question.
the whole
was it,
time.
Kevin?
I
See?
stole his change jar and went
was
to fill up my
Kevin.
wagon.
But on the way out, they
You'll
hit
never
our,
catch me.
You'll never
It's
get
probably that kid with the fucking red stop. Fuck that kid. I'll square it with him any time.
That's funny because that's what we were just talking
You'll
about.
never catch me.
You'll never catch me.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh God.
So on the way out, goddamn you! On the way out, they stopped at our neighbors and stole coupons out of her.
Coupons?
Dude,
Yo, these are some desperate ass. Yeah, they were probably hungry. I feel
Dead
bad for them now.
ass.
Maybe they were hungry.
Oh, man.
Yeah, honestly, if I was that desperate for money, I still don't think I would like succumb that low to like steal someone's like license.
I'd
It's
rather
like, come
kill myself,
on.
honestly.
You're gonna steal like their like Tony's sandwich card that's in their wallet.
Like,
Like,
at least
come on.
take the card, leave
Take
the
money.
wallet.
Take the money.
or even the card.
Take the
my debit
cash.
card.
Take my
Take everything and
but,
leave my
like,
wallet
Don't
with
like
me.
there could be like pictures in there. Like, I keep a lot of stuff in my wallet, like movie tickets, like my
Fake-
insurance
fake
card.
money.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're gonna steal. I found someone's. I was thinking about this the other day.
It's not
I
fake.
found someone's wallet. I was driving to work on 9G in Hyde Park, and there was clearly a wallet in the middle of the road. Like I saw it, and I was like, oh, I gotta turn around. So I turned around, and I grabbed it, and it's not that difficult to find somebody in 2019, whenever it was.
Yeah,
I found her
someone's phone
Facebook,
today,
and I
actually.
fucking contacted her, and she drove to my job and picked it up, and she was like, "Do you want anything?" I was like, "No." What the fuck? Like, do you want all the money in my wallet? I was like,
twist.
"No."
She said that.
Yeah, she was like, at least take the cash that's in it. I was like, no.
How much was in there?
Like $40.
I've said that to people, too. Like, honestly,
She sent me flowers to my job. She was real nice about it. I was like, oh, thanks. Okay.
I used to be so bad in my wallet. Like, I would lose my wallet like once a month.
Yeah, that's
And
terrible.
it got to the point where I was like, I used to carry cash a lot. Now I don't really carry cash.
I've
now I
ne-
carry fake cash.
I've never.
Me neither. I've never lost
never
my wallet.
lost my fucking
Nowadays,
wallet.
I don't really carry cash on me just because I hate having cash because I know I'll spend it faster than I spend money on my debit card.
Yeah.
But I used to lose my wallet. It got to the point where I'll be like, if they just give me my wallet back, they can take the fucking $300 to my wallet. I
Yeah.
don't give a fuck. Because I'd rather get my wallet back and lose all the cash and have to go through the whole process, getting a new ID, new fucking debit card,
I
switching
know. That's
everything
like
up.
really fucking someone over when you steal their wallet.
Switching all my fucking subscriptions onto a new debit card because like,
I know.
and you don't realize it until something gets canceled. And then you're like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I forgot to switch that over.
Yeah.
And you switch it over. Like, it's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I
You're-
never
you're
want to deal with that.
Scum if you steal someone's wallet. Like,
Yeah.
you're just bad. You're just a bad person. Like, I understand if I lost my wallet and like then I found it and all the money was gone, I'd be like, you played me. I understand. Like, I'm an idiot. I dropped this somewhere, but
See, I can't imagine losing my wallet and having to go through all that because it's a pain in the ass enough for me. Like when I get a new phone, I have to re-sign into all my accounts. That's the fucking worst too.
yeah.
So
Isn't there a way to like if you have it backed up though? Shouldn't you not have
I
to?
think so.
But every
Much.
time I still do.
you still have to sign
I don't know. I
into-
haven't gotten a new phone in 5 years, so,
So-
I don't
Like
So
know.
the
I got a
apps
new
are
phone.
there, but you still have to sign in.
I got a new phone
That's
back in like November.
Stupid.
I got this phone in October or November, I don't remember. But I lost like half of my contacts.
You'll be gone to November. I'll be gone to November.
But I lost like half my contacts.
I have
It was
double
fucked up.
because when I switched to an Android, I had
Yuck.
my contacts. My contacts
I didn't text Matt the whole time he had an
backed up
Android.
through Google. So now when I went back to my iPhone, now I have
The
double of everyone's
superior-
contacts.
Do you remember when I wouldn't text you when you had an Android?
Yeah, neither would Cam.
So I
are like
texted him one
children.
day. I texted him one day and he replies. I was like, wait, why are our texts green? He's like, oh, I got an Android, bro. I'm like, no, I don't speak broke.
That's terrible.
I didn't text him. You only had
What
it for
am
like
I
2
looking
weeks.
for on Snapchat?
I
don't-
didn't text him for like 2
Didn't
weeks.
last long.
I feel like Snapchat pulled my like when I first made Snapchat. I don't know, like what grade were we in?
2013 is when
We were
most
like
people
in
made
12th
Snapchat.
grade, yeah, and it's like. Like your guys' names in my contact must have just been like that from 7th grade. So like to this day, Cameron still shows up in my Snapchat as
Oh, yeah.
Big Black.
Can you? Okay.
Like that was like I used to, people look at my phone, they're like, who is Big Black Snapchatting you?
All right.
Like it's just my friend, but like I just haven't changed it. Yours for the longest was Maddie-V, and for some reason the A was capitalized. Like I just left it. I never fucking changed it.
So you
Changed
said
it
you
now, though?
You
Yeah,
said
I
you
think
wanted
I
to touch on
fixed
Tinder
it.
again.
Yeah, I do want to touch on Tinder.
So I add this girl off Tinder on Snapchat, right? Because I hate fucking talking on Tinder,
No, I tweeted you to Matt Morrison.
right?
Wow,
so,
your name's actually spelled right in my Snapchat, surprisingly.
So I added this girl on Snapchat,
I always spell your name
but she
wrong.
had over 1 million Snap score like
Wow,
a year
that's
ago.
a hoe.
Like a
I'm
year
kidding.
ago,
I
had
don't care.
over 1 million.
Women can
Wow,
be
that's
free
a
with their
hoe.
bodies, do whatever you want, but
No, she definitely hoe. Definitely hoe. Like to this point, if I had a girl that has over like 250,000, I'm like, ugh, shit. What do you got going on
my
over there?
Snap score. I don't really use this that much. but-
Anyway, I'm gonna guess like 80,000.
No.
How do you even see it?
61,000.
You
was like
click
nothing.
on your
Click on your
thing.
name. It says it under.
65.
Wow,
So-
you have more than me.
So I've had
I'm
my
a
Snapchat.
thought.
Yeah, you are.
I've had my Snapchat since 2013.
Yeah, me too.
A year ago.
Like 2013.
A year ago, I was at like 75,000. I'm at like 150,000 now. It's like
Wow.
I gotta stop.
Yeah.
I gotta stop
You're making
Snapchatting.
you're doing your streaks.
I think that's what fucked me. I had like a 1,000-day streak with my boy John, and he lost it somehow. I'm kind of pissed at him still. It was like 1,300 days.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm kind of upset about it still.
I don't do the streaks.
Did you guys see how this is why Trump's gonna win again?
Acquitted.
Because
He was acquitted today.
Yeah.
Yep.
Didn't see that coming.
Well, okay.
What a
Senate-
waste of
Okay.
Senate
time.
majority.
Excuse me for being
Senate
ig-
majority.
Excuse me for being ignorant here,
Mhm.
but what did Sophie Pelosi rip up?
Nancy Pelosi.
Or
Who the
Nancy-
fuck is
Nancy
Sophie
Pelosi? I'm
Pelosi?
sorry. I'm sorry.
She ripped up his speech.
That was his speech or her speech?
No, it was State of the Union, right? It was his speech.
I have no idea.
It's his speech. Yeah, she's petty. I love that. That's
didn't
so
watch the
fun.
State of
That's
the
me if
Union.
I was a
I
politician.
don't care.
Oh, I
about
didn't watch it either,
politics.
but yeah,
Me
she
either.
was
That's
like,
why I didn't really know. But I've been seeing everything that she's been ripping up this speech or something. Like,
yeah,
what was that about?
she ripped up the speech when he was done. I don't know. She just did it. Just
What, done being
she-
acquitted?
No. His after he gave his speech. He was acquitted today. The speech was yesterday or 2 days ago.
I think it was yesterday.
Yeah, she
No,
just
but-
did it just to do it, probably.
Just being petty?
Yeah, just to be petty. Like he won't shake her hand, and it's like illness. Like he doesn't want to get sick, but it's like they fucking hate each other. Like that's why he doesn't want to shake her hand.
No, but
He's like a woman that's beneath me. No, I'm kidding.
this is the shit why Trump. I'm not a Trump guy at all. I don't like I said on the
don't
previous
give a fuck,
podcast.
honestly.
I don't care about politics at all.
Yes.
But I saw that. What are you doing?
You just
Another
light,
one?
light
No,
it up.
motherfucker! Stop making a mess, God. He got ash all over the fucking table now.
I'll clean it for you, buddy. I promise you.
Once he's done
It's
scrubbing
all
the
good.
carpet.
But go off.
Yeah, keep talking, man. I'll clean it for you. Don't worry about
Anyway,
it. No, blow that out.
fucking. Can I speak now? Jesus
Yes, now you may
Christ.
speak.
Now that the fucking smoke signals are going through my face.
I love that smell.
The reason Trump's gonna get elected again is because these fucking idiots.
Because the caucus, what was that about?
Shut up. No, but one of the reasons is because these fucking dumbasses are giving Bernie shit now for. Okay, so Bernie obviously went on Rogan, whatever. So a couple weeks, like this was months ago, like a couple weeks ago, Rogan said on a podcast that he's probably gonna, or no, I think it was actually last week. He said he was probably gonna vote for Bernie. So Bernie found that, like, ran into that clip or whatever and posted that clip on his Twitter, like Rogan, like endorsing him kind of. And people are like giving Bernie shit for posting that on Twitter because Rogan's supposed to be some alt-rightist.
Yeah, and he's not.
well, obviously he's not number one, and number two, either way, he's saying
This guy
he's using that as like
this
as
guy
a,
endorsed me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's using that as a platform because Rogan's huge.
Yeah.
So like,
Well,
and you guys are gonna give him shit for that? Like,
Did you
this is
see-
people who like Bernie.
yeah.
Like-
I mean, I don't give a fuck. I'm voting for him anyway.
What?
Fuck that. Did you see what
But
happened?
why would that
with-
even like sway your opinion? Like,
It wouldn't. Because people are fucking stupid.
because Rogan's not a complete leftist. Like Rogan
Yeah.
just thinks for himself.
Yeah.
like most people
don't
really
like
should.
that. They
I
want
mean,
all or nothing. You have
yeah,
to be all
yeah.
one way.
I think we talked about this last time, like me and Mel were on here together. Like too many people get into like they pick their Democratic parties and they just like
I don't like the smell of that one.
I like this one better, honestly. I like this one. Yeah, what was that?
Nothing.
Oh
No.
shit!
Oh.
They ruined it.
Fuck, Matt.
You didn't see what happened with the caucus today, Iowa,
No.
or yesterday, whenever it was. It's like that's like the first primary I think of the year, and like that's when it like really gets decided. It's like, okay, who's gonna be like the person from the Democratic Party that's like you know what I mean, like who's the front runner. And it was like a fucking shit show. Like I'm still not entirely sure what happened. They like used some
It was
app.
like a huge.
They
split or
used
something?
they used like some fucking app to count the votes, and it like totally like fucking fell apart. And so like no one could report like what the results were. And like one candidate, I forget his name, Pete something from the DNC or
Pete
who's running as a Democrat.
Buttigieg.
Yeah, that fucking loser. He was like, I won the Iowa caucus. He's like tweeting all this shit, and I'm like, yo, where are the results? Like and like then like the news people are they they just want to fucking report it right away. They're like reporting partial results. I'm like, can we wait for the 100% votes to be calculated
Was it
before?
TMZ again? Those
No.
fucking assholes.
They just like they hate Bernie so much. It's fucking crazy.
Who
They're
does?
like Mayor Pete. It's the DNC is not gonna let Bernie be their candidate like ever, even though it's like what the people want. It's like who they're voting for. They're like, oh, the results haven't come in, but Pete is the front runner. I'm like, what?
Well, the person.
What the fuck?
The person that developed the
The app?
app.
Someone as a Clinton
It was-
person or something.
I don't remember if it was the guy or the woman, whichever it was. Like their spouse worked on the Clinton campaign
Yep.
and is
That's
now
good.
part of the Buttigieg campaign.
Yeah. So of course we're gonna be like, yeah, he got the majority of votes.
Oh, that's some sus shit, bro.
Or it's like I saw a map. I don't know how real anything is on the internet anymore. So I'm like, I don't even believe that this is true. But they showed a map like where Bernie was gonna pull the highest in the state is where like all of the things failed. I'm like, all right, come on. They're like, we can't seem to get results from these counties, which is where he was polling, where Bernie was probably gonna win. I'm like, oh, that's
Like last election
that's
too. though.
convenient.
So
When
weird.
it was
Yeah.
him and Hillary running against each other. It was like every state that had a paper trail, he won, and then all of the states that were like purely electronic, like
Okay.
It's
he
just so
smoked
funny
them.
because if
see, like
Can we
I
just
said,
do
Bernie,
paper? Can we just go back to the paper ballot? I don't understand. I mean, is
Please.
it a hassle for everybody else to like sit there and count them? But like,
So like I said before, I don't follow politics at all. Like I really don't give a fuck. But fuck Hillary Clinton, because I was working in the city when she was running, and when the votes were being cast, and she held the whole thing at the Jacobs Javits Center. My job sites were across the street from the Javits Center. It took me 6 hours to get home that day.
really?
6 fucking hours to get home. Fuck Hillary Clinton for that.
have you seen this, Mel?
No.
Kevin told me about this last time. This was found in
This is in Epstein.
Epstein's
It's hanging
house.
in Epstein's house in New York City.
like I don't know how this
That's
isn't like
funny.
crazy news.
That's funny.
The fuck is that?
It's
That's Bill Clinton in a dress with heels. That's
Why?
fucking
I thought they
funny.
were friends. Weren't they like buddies?
That is.
They might
That's,
have been.
So why?
you
does
know.
he
You know what I'm
have
saying? Saying buddies.
Is that like
That's
real,
funny.
real?
that is funny.
Like, how do we
real,
know it's
man.
real?
Anyway,
New York
yeah.
Post put
There's a
it?
video of I don't know if it's FBI or whoever like going into Epstein's like into his
What's that
townhouse.
one down there with the guy next to Bill
I
Clinton
was
and the
gonna say
same
that.
thing? No, yeah, that. What the fuck
It's the
is
same
that?
painting. Oh, it looks like a picture and then a painting of it with Bill Clinton's head
So
on
they
it.
saying it's like
That's funny.
doctored? I don't get it. No, it's.
That's
Yeah.
well, obviously
Let me
it's
find the
doctored.
article.
That's fucking funny though. Anyway, yeah, fuck Hillary Clinton for that. It took me like 6 hours to get home that day, and I was fucking pissed. I left work at like 4 o'clock that day, 4 or 5. I couldn't even get off 36th Street.
Yeah, you're stuck down there.
I couldn't move. Or 34th, sorry. I was on 34th Street where the Javits Center is. I was trying to get down
Oh,
to
it's
the
a
West Side
painting.
Highway.
Okay, it's not a real picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay, that's what I was like. What?
I was 2 blocks away from the West Side Highway. It took me like 2 hours to get to the West
Yeah,
Side Highway.
Those
from,
things get crazy.
It was fucking insane. I couldn't move. So fuck Hillary Clinton for that one.
unsettling Clinton painting.
It's funny. Fuck you for saying it's unsettling. It's funny. Fuck the Mayweathers.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's very weird.
I guess it was supposed to be like a joke between them. I don't know. That's weird.
I don't know. Honestly, bro,
Not really sure.
seeing it
what
like
that
this,
is.
it was
I
probably
wonder
like
who killed Epstein.
if they were friends,
I
it was probably
mean,
like one of those things
right?
where
And this is for having that fucking painting of me in your house, bitch.
fuck you.
But that obviously means they're very close.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
You trying to say they was fucking?
Of course they.
Well, you heard it here first.
You heard
Epstein
you
and
heard it
Clinton
on
were
the
fucking.
Yikers Island podcast. That'll spread like wildfire.
Oh man, it's
Is
about
that
to go.
Bush?
Throwing a
Looks to
paper
be-
airplane with some fucking
Oh, that's
Jenga
fucked
blocks.
up. I get it. You guys get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Fucked up, man.
I would
That is
take Bush
fucked up.
over Trump any day. I just-
100%.
I don't know. I just would. I'm sorry.
Yo, President, say what you will about
Yo,
President Bush.
honestly-
Man got the reflexes, bro.
Yeah, I know. I love that.
The shoe.
With the shoe.
Yeah,
Yo, honestly, can we talk about this Tesla stock for a second?
What?
Do you follow stocks at all? Do you follow the stock market?
No.
Absolutely not.
So over the last like week, Tesla went up like I want to say close to like 30%. It went up, and now today it took a dive like another 18%. Today alone, it took like an 18% dive. It's fucking insane.
Why?
I want to say it's because of this whole. So the stock market reacts off of
Is it
everything.
because of the LeBron GMC commercial?
Yes.
The Super Bowl
No.
commercial?
So the stock market like reacts off of like everything that's going off in the news and like politics and shit. So like whenever Trump says something, the stock market reacts to it, and like whenever something like for now like the coronavirus is going around, like the stock market reacts to it.
Right.
I want to say it's
right,
because
right.
everything that's going on with like the whole Trump impeachment and like the coronavirus all going on, the whole stock market is going insane. But this Tesla stock,
Stocks climbed almost 500 points today. So
Yeah,
I don't know where
yeah,
you're
yeah.
going with that.
well,
He's talking about Tesla.
Tesla alone took like an 18% dive today.
That's bad.
So yeah, but that's got to be within Tesla then. If everything else is shooting,
Well,
fucking
Tesla
up.
also jumped up like 35% in the last couple of days when the
What
Dow
happened,
Jones
Elon?
and the Nasdaq
Well,
was
I'm
going
pretty
up.
sure Elon was trying to get
Elon.
Tesla to be a private company
He was.
because that's when he
So-
came out and was talking when he was like smoking weed on Rogan.
So
and,
the
like, doing
dive
all
today
that
was
shit.
probably more about it like, you know, leveling off and like getting back to where it's supposed to be. But it was going insane. Yeah, 17% today. it
That's
went down.
bad.
That's insane. Look at the last 5 days. Click on 5 days.
Look, is that graph? That's
see where
graph's
it
just
said
from
1
today.
day?
One
Yeah.
day. Yeah, look at that.
Look at 1 day.
Click
Go to
5
days.
days up top next to 1 day.
Over the last 5 days, I'd say with today, it probably went up 12%. Go up. Scroll up a little
That's a
bit.
dive. Look at that.
17% down. Oh, that's still saying today.
It's staying the same, yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Okay,
thing.
but look how high it went up since February 3rd.
Yeah, that's weird.
until now
Between
and
2
then
days,
dive.
it went super
Yeah.
high, and now it's.
So over the last few days, it went up like insane, and no one really knows why. But it's the biggest jump in stock
Insider
market.
trading.
Didn't he get what's her? Isn't he having a baby with Grimes?
Get rid of the stocks.
So it's the
Who?
biggest.
Who?
The singer Grimes and Elon Musk are having a baby.
No
she was
idea.
Grimes.
Never mind. Singer
Oh, Leanne Grimes.
Leanne Rhymes, and this is Grimes.
All right, so look at this. In the last 5 days, the low was $704. Was the low in the last 5 days, and then it went up all the way to fucking $968.
Great.
What?
No, that's today's low.
No.
I don't know how to read
that's
this.
the low
This
over
is
the last
like
5 days.
school.
Right
I don't
now
know what
it's
to, I
$734.
finished my degree and I'd never want to have to look at this ever
Top
again.
left is where it's
Dude,
at
the
right
low
now.
is literally like 640.
This is how you read a graph. So here.
Where do you see 640?
Look at the actual chart. Today it ended at 704.
Where do you see that?
Where the dot is.
That's
see right
that's like in January, dude.
All right.
Today
Right
it's at
here.
734.70 right now.
Friday, January 31st.
Yes.
5 days ago, and it was well below 704.
That's not within 5 days, dude.
What are you talking about?
It says the date right there.
Today's February 5th. Okay, go to February 3rd right there. That's still below 700.
February 3rd. Go to where it closed on February 3rd because you got February 3rd and February 4th. So go right up to February 4th.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I see what you're talking about now. I see what you're saying.
He's saying that it
Yes.
went up, obviously, but he's saying
All
that
of those numbers are all today's
7:13 at the beginning of
Where's today's information?
underneath the graph.
Yeah.
Yeah,
from
okay.
Here, what's today's date?
February 5th.
So from here on is today.
Yes. So it went down today, which is what I was saying. It dropped 17% today.
And part.
Yeah,
part
but he's
last
saying-
The
week.
he's
low
saying
today
it
was
didn't drop,
704.11.
But where it closed is where you're worried about, and where it's at right now.
I think that's
in
the
the after
low
hours.
over the
Yeah, but
last 5
Kevin's
days.
saying-
That's
Kevin's
not
saying
the,
that
look at the graph, guys. Does anybody else? I mean, what in the fuck are you guys? What am I looking at?
You don't go by where it's at during the day. You go by where it opens and where it
It
closes.
says 7:34 at 4
Okay,
o'clock.
so between January 31st and February 3rd, it didn't even touch 700. So
was
how
over
is
the-
the low 704.11 over the last 5 days
Is it like the
if it's
medium,
not even
like the,
touching
like
700?
the average
It's
low?
at
maybe?
7:34 right now.
Is it the
What are
average
you
low?
talking about?
Is it the average
you're,
low?
you're
throughout
reading
the
this
week?
number low.
Yes. All of those numbers right there are today's information. That's what I was saying before.
No, it's not.
No, it's
Yes,
not.
it
That's
is.
we have it.
It's
Click
over
on
the
one day.
fi-
It's over the
it's
5 days.
Okay, between January
Click on one
31st
day.
and February
Click-
3rd,
Click on one day.
It
I bet you
didn't even
$1,000 it changes. Click on one day.
Well, of course it's gonna
of course
change.
it's going to change because that's just today.
Yes,
what I'm
that's-
saying is between January 31st and February 3rd, it did not touch 700. So how's the 5-day low over 700?
I think it's an average low of the 5 days.
No, it's not.
No,
How is it not?
Go to the very end, the very far right end. where it ended.
7:34.
How many days are
Today.
between
back a
February
little
1st
bit.
and February 5th?
Right in there. Right in that dip.
Right in the dip.
Just above 700.
Seven.
That's got to be 704.11.
You mean where it says 722.77 where he's clicked on?
Or the number next to that, like to the right, that other dip. What's that? Yeah.
718?
I think that's the average low is
No,
what that means.
no, no, no.
704.
So the low is like where it dips down to. It could dip down to that for literally a second.
But it doesn't show it on the graph that it ever dipped down to 704 today. Like, are we talking about today? Or are you talking about
No,
over
that's
the 5
over the
days?
last 5 days. Click on one day. The low today was 704.11. So that's somewhere. Go to the lowest point. 716.
I don't understand. This is why I don't understand. That is
So-
the lowest point.
So it literally must have happened for less than a second
1738.
because when you're
Why
looking
isn't
at
it
this,
showing then?
when you're looking at this, it gives you 1 day, 1 minute. That could have happened for like less than a second.
That's why it's for people
That
who
dropped down to
understand and I
that
don't
dropped down to this.
understand.
When you're looking at a graph like this, it's only giving you to the point of 1 day and 1
So
minute.
the reason
that
it,
day.
they're
cor-
saying the
What?
reason it is because
What?
the coronavirus delayed the Model 3 deliveries.
What? This is fucking stupid.
Where do they produce the cars?
I don't know, honestly.
China. La comida
I
china.
have no
La
idea.
comida china.
Where does Tesla produce their cars?
La comida china. I don't know. This coronavirus shit is so hyped up. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but it's like, you know what I mean? The flu kills so many people
All right,
every
Can I
year.
say something about this
And-
coronavirus
And
shit?
corona is like, yeah, it'll kill you. That's literally
It's a
the
myth.
flu will also kill you if you're old or a baby or you're already sick, you have pneumonia and you're 70 and then you get the flu on top of that, you're going to die. I know corona is like supposed to be a new virus, so they're like, oh, the flu's been around forever. It's why the numbers are skewed, whatever.
I think
But I'm
people
like,
are just freaking
if
out.
you have corona and you go to the doctor, you are not gonna die. Like, you will be fine. It's like it's like the same symptoms as the cold. Like, it will not
Yeah,
kill
I
you.
think people are
if
just kind of like
you're
freaking out.
24 and in perfect health. Like, you're good.
I agree with everything you just said.
The fuck?
But what I was going to say was now people are like, the coronavirus
Mhm.
is like kind of like this big social media thing. And now
Yeah. So
people
was
are like,
Ebola and
yeah.
fucking.
But now
hell.
people are like, if you say coronavirus, you're racist.
Well, yeah, no, well, because I've seen videos of people
What?
like on the MTA train with like one Asian person, and they're all like. I'm like, all right.
right,
So
well, that's-
every Chinese person
Yeah,
has been
well,
to China.
that's-
How do you even know they're Chinese? They could be fucking from
Korean.
Taiwan. They could
Yeah,
like
exactly.
just because they have
Well, they
slanty
all do kind
eyes
of look a little different.
doesn't mean were from China and they've been to China. They've been to China in the last month,
I wasn't
and
going
they're
to
gonna give you coronavirus.
She gave you a death glare, like, don't touch that fucking button.
I wanted him to press it. I'm kidding.
No,
I know,
but-
no, they do. But I can't tell the difference. I mean, I'm sure there's ways to know. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I can't tell an
You
Asian
just need to
person
be
and
more
be like,
cultured.
where are you from? Oh, I can tell by your nose structure that you are from North Korea. It's like, what?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's
I don't know.
what-
It's just like, I don't know.
That's what I
I
don't-
feel like people are calling like the memes and stuff racist though. Like,
Well, like then I saw a thing. Someone
really
said
racist,
that
it's
they got in an
it's
Uber.
fucked up,
The
but it's
Uber
not really
driver was
racist.
Chinese, and he was like, "Thank you for taking the Uber ride." Like I've had a lot of people.
yeah, that was
like
fake.
I
Did
pull
you see
up
that?
and oh, it is fake.
Yeah, the guy tweeted after that. Like I opened the thread and the guy
Mhm.
tweeted and was like, "Yeah, the crazy part about this is that this is actually a fake story, but
Oh,
while you're
Jesus.
here, go follow me." Like
Hit my SoundCloud.
that's worse than like making
Yeah.
regular memes about
Okay,
it.
see,
Yeah.
here's the
and he
thing.
was like,
Here's the thing, though. Is
Trying
if,
to-
if you follow meme pages, you have to be
Crazy.
ready for memes like that are gonna be like a
Well,
little bit.
this wasn't a meme page. What he's talking about? Because
No,
I saw
yeah.
that too. Like a lot of people retweeted that, and I was like, "Oh, that's sad."
I think
I'm like,
what he's
oh.
saying too kind of applies across the board though.
What?
If you
like-
follow these pages that are gonna drop memes and like different stuff, you have to be ready for those like a little bit edgy memes that are gonna be like.
I feel like nowadays,
Oh,
if
yeah.
you have
And not
social
say shit.
media, you should be prepared for that. In
Right?
general.
No, yeah, exactly. Like if you're gonna have social,
I'm not
like,
worried about coronavirus.
I'm gonna change that actually. If
Just
you're
like
gonna have
has-
social media in general, you have to be ready to see that shit and not fucking complain. If you're gonna complain, delete social media. If you're gonna be pissed
Don't
off
be a
about some shit you
pussy.
see. Right? If you're gonna
Yeah.
be pissed off about some shit you see, delete social media. Don't be a fucking pussy about it and bitch about everything you see. I don't see how people are like that and go through life and are happy.
I'm not happy.
Well, they're
I'm
happy
not
be-
pleased at all with my life.
They're happy because it's like they want to be mad about something. I feel like sometimes,
Yeah.
like people,
dude,
like people.
I'm mad that
just
people are
love to
mad.
be-
I'm mad that people are mad about coronavirus. it makes me so irate. Then people are like actually seriously like, "Oh, I'm gonna avoid the
Like,
city." I'm like,
Even myself
Are you
sometimes I
fucking
find myself
dumb?
replying to people's
are you
comments.
really dumb?
I find myself
You
replying to
fucking
people's comments. that are like- Fuck.
really blows my.
No, there's some points like I'll be replying to
oh.
somebody that's just being completely ignorant and like stupid.
Yeah.
I'll be replying to someone. I'll be like mid reply. I'm like, all right, yo, fuck this. I
Not
just
even
delete
worth
the whole
it.
comment.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Dude, my
That's
brother
literally- I'm
argues
just
with so many people on Facebook, and I'm like, what good is coming?
I
of this?
think
You
I've
don't
had-
know this person. Neither one of you seems to have a fucking clue of what you're talking about.
Right.
There's not one coherent
I
thought.
think
in the
I've
comments.
had one like real argument on Facebook, and it was like something that was actually like.
Oh, I've had plenty of. I haven't
But-
in a long time, but I used to just be like, let me set this fucking person straight, and then I realized I'm like, this isn't going anywhere.
But over the last like couple years, I found myself like
ignorant
ready
piece
to
of
reply,
shit.
and I'm like typing out a
And then I
reply. I'm like all
backspace.
pissed off, and now I'm like, all right, yo, fuck this person. Honestly, and I just closed the whole app. I'm like,
Yep.
I'm not. It's not even like you said. It's not even worth it.
Yeah. Nope.
I don't get
Wow,
it.
man, great telling out of me. Right.
I don't even know what you just said.
He said,
I
"Why
just
men
took a
great till they
DNA
gotta be
test,
great?"
Turns out I'm 100%.
That bitch.
I hate that bitch.
Stop.
Yo, she says she
I-
doesn't date black men. And
Lizzo?
yeah.
Can we talk about G-Eazy
I was just
and
gonna say
Megan
that.
the
Apparently
Stallion?
they're done already.
She was like, I ain't fucking G-Eazy, and someone's like, why was he sucking your face then? Like those videos were bad. I was like, yo,
Bro,
what?
Yo,
he let her film that?
I saw
like
some- I
that's
saw someone-
thirst.
I saw someone tweet a picture of her, and
That's-
like the picture, like then there was like a screenshot of the picture, and then next to it he zoomed in on her feet.
I know. Jeezy
Dude,
really be sucking them
Bro,
things.
that shit had me dying. I opened up the thread.
Wait, what's wrong with her feet?
She's
They,
got
like, looked
she
weird.
got big
So-
toes or
Bunions?
something.
I
No,
gotta-
just
I
like
gotta find
her
this
second
photo.
toe was like really long and like they're like squished into a heel. Like
he was dating Halsey, right?
he cheated on Halsey.
Right,
Idiot.
right.
Fucking
She's
idiot.
bad as fuck. I'm not even gonna
Idiot.
start on that. Anyway, so she was doing
I'm
a
not gonna
concert
find
recently.
it.
Someone kept screaming G-Eazy.
Someone
she
kept
went off.
screaming Jeezy, and she went off. Like she was ready to throw hands with somebody in the crowd.
Good
like,
for her. That's her show.
Yeah,
I'd be
no,
like, yeah,
exactly.
you're out.
Good
You're,
for her.
you're
Fuck
booted.
you.
You booted, bitch.
But I just thought that was funny as fuck. She was like really ready to throw hands. She's like,
Yeah.
meet me outside. Like I'll fuck
I
you
wouldn't
up.
Fuck with you.
But like in that thread that I was talking about, where the thing about the feet,
Yeah.
the people started coming at the guy like, oh,
I know. I saw a
why
bunch
do-
of retweets.
Why,
They're like,
why do women's feet have to take away from their beauty? Blah 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 blah. And he was like,
I think he's just trying to be funny.
yeah, exactly.
But
and
everyone
he was
turns
like,
it into like a cruise, like it's a thing
Yeah,
against
exactly.
women
People get so
specifically.
offended over shit
and
on
he
social media.
and he
It's
was
insane.
he was like, yo, y'all are just mad because you can do anything you want to your face and still be like still look decent. But if I don't, he goes, if I don't want to put your feet in my mouth, then I don't want nothing to do with you. Bro, it was so
Yeah,
funny.
I saw
He had
that.
he had like 3 tweets that had me fucking dying, bro.
Yeah.
It
Yo,
was
honestly,
so funny.
On a real note, fuck feet though.
Shout out to that guy.
Like,
Yeah,
like if I have somebody sleeping in my bed, I'm wearing socks. I wear socks to sleep if there's somebody in my bed. Fuck feet.
Wait, but shouldn't you be
Like a
making
stranger?
them wear socks?
If they're wearing socks,
You
like
don't
I don't
want
feel
your
like I
feet
have to
to
wear
touch
socks. But if
them?
they're not wearing socks, like I have to wear socks.
But Or
Why?
wouldn't you be more about that for them to wear socks though?
In your bed?
Okay, so if I
You talking about a girl too?
Yes, yeah.
Talking about
obviously,
men
yeah.
strictly in his bed.
No, I don't care if it's like
No.
no, I don't. No, I don't want dudes' feet in my bed. I don't want dudes anything in my
Listen.
bed. I get weird when my friends like sit on my bed.
Listen, so if I
Deadass.
have a girl
Really?
sleep in my bed,
Yes.
right?
If you don't got, never mind.
If I have a girl sleeping in my bed, right, and she's not wearing socks, I might like
I
say
can't
something.
sleep with socks on. I physically
Yeah.
cannot sleep. My
Yo.
body will overheat
So
and they
sometimes
come off.
I'll say something like jokingly, and if they don't actually put socks on, I'll put socks on and not really say anything about it. Because it's just like if they're not wearing socks, I have to wear socks. Because if their feet touch my feet, I freak.
All
Really?
feet or
Really?
just like weird feet?
I don't give a
That's
fuck
what I'm
about
saying.
anything
All
like
feet.
that.
Unless it's somebody that I'm actually with, I'm comfortable with. If it's just like something that's
You
like
just don't want someone looking at your feet?
no, it's not even like
He
that.
doesn't want them
So-
touching.
Yeah, so foot jobs not your thing.
Absolutely not. Fuck
Okay.
out of here. No.
No, I'm
But
okay
if-
with
if
feet.
it's
I'm
just
okay
like-
with girls' feet.
If it's somebody that I'm like really comfortable with or like I'm like with, then yeah, I'm fine with it. But like otherwise,
I don't care.
like if it's somebody that I'm not gonna see again or like I'm only gonna see a couple more times, I'm like, nah, put socks on or like I'll
Huh.
put socks on.
See, I would think that you would not want their feet touching your bed, but
Their
it's more
bare
of like
feet
you don't want your
germs.
feet touching their feet.
I don't want their feet touching my
So
feet.
it's just feet specifically.
yeah.
You know
So
that?
do
If
not
their
like
leg
even-
grazed
If
your
they're
leg,
not-
you wouldn't care.
If they touch my leg with their feet, I'm kind of like I don't like it. But if they touch my feet
What about
with
your
their
tongue
feet,
with their
It
feet?
sounds like a sensory
never,
thing.
tongue.
with the feet.
never in the history and never ever,
I don't
never.
care.
You know Chelsea slept with socks on before we started dating.
Why?
Good.
Why?
That means she's
Good.
a psycho.
No, that means she's
Well,
fucking.
Why?
I don't know. It's weird,
She
right?
didn't
That's
want you to
good.
see her feet, maybe?
No,
or-
like at home on her own, she would too.
Oh God.
Like how uncomfortable is that?
Okay, so I don't sleep with socks
I
on at
physically
my
can't
house when
fall
I'm by
asleep.
myself unless I'm like super tired.
That's how I know I'm sick. When I fall asleep with my socks on, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, I'm
yeah,
ill.
yeah.
I'm getting sick. I'm like,
If I fall asleep with socks on, I'm either like extremely tired or I'm sick.
yeah.
But if there's somebody else in my bed, and
Oh,
they
y'all
don't
ain't got
put
no
socks
oil.
on-
Huh?
if there's a girl in my bed and they don't sleep with socks
I said,
on,
oh, y'all don't got no oil.
Coil? It's coiled. It's cold.
I said, y'all don't got no oil.
Yeah, because and it's cold in your house.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Coiled.
that's what I was trying to say.
coiled.
It's-
Coiled.
yo, that's another
And
thing
then I
that
was like,
sucks.
Fucking
fuck.
clinger
That's
over
another
here.
thing that sucks
Clinger.
is my apartment is propane. So it's expensive as fuck. I don't even run heat in my
we
house.
don't
I
have
run
to see.
electric
I
heaters.
feel like people always get weird when
You
I
have
say
propane-
that.
You have propane heat in your house?
Yeah, bro, it sucks.
Propane?
So
We don't-
I run electric heat all the time. Like I run electric heaters just
Yeah.
because one, it's
Like
cheaper.
plug in the wall ones.
Yeah, and if it gets really cold, like I'll turn the heat up to 60 and let the heaters do the rest.
How
Yeah.
the fuck is that cheaper?
See, I don't
What do you,
understand.
dude? Electric is cheaper than propane. Propane is expensive. As
All
fuck.
I have in my house is electric. People will be like, "You're lying." I'm like, "I'm physically." They're like, "You just,
electric.
they're like, you just never saw the oil man come and drop off the stuff." I'm like, "Yo, it's been 24 years. I think I would have seen an oil man by now." Like, someone really trying to say that to me. I was like, "Oh, okay."
So I've been
It's
on
all
a year.
electric.
Your house?
It's all
Yeah.
electric. At
I
my mother's house, it's all
I don't
electric.
run. I don't really run my propane either. Like I run.
We don't even have propane.
downstairs. Now that I have someone staying like on my couch for a little bit, I keep it at 60 downstairs, like on the thermostat.
Oh, it's fucking cold.
But my electric heaters keep it at like 68, 70.
I'm disgusting. My room's literally 74 degrees.
What?
No,
Yeah, nice
fuck
and
no.
hot.
74?
Nice
I
and
don't.
hot.
I don't have the heat on.
Nobody
Nice
can
and
sleep with socks on.
Listen,
Nice
Holy
and
shit.
Listen,
nicey hot.
I don't have the
How do you
heat on in
sleep
my
like
in my
that?
room at
Roasted.
all. The room, my heat
Roasted.
is off. I'd rather be
Roasting.
freezing fucking cold in my room to a point where I'm shivering and
No.
throw more covers on.
Turn that right up.
I sleep
Nope.
so much better when it's
Lava.
Yeah,
Hot.
exactly. I don't have the heat
Nope.
on in my room at all. Like I have it completely off.
I can't sleep in the cold. It makes
Nope.
me literally sick.
It's
I'll
off.
get sick. I'll
It's
catch
off.
an illness. I'll catch corona.
cold. You're racist.
There's a little
That's
There's a little
racist.
Asian man in my room coughing on me when I wake up.
Hit the banana, 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 banana.
The
You keep
the mystery
fucking up.
music. The mystery music. There's a mysterious Asian man in my room that keeps coughing on me in my sleep.
Yeah, no. Why do you keep hitting the fucking bottom? You fucked up twice tonight. Now you drunk?
She said, I'm going to get
You doing drugs?
Like I'm
coronavirus."
picturing my stepdad on the train and people are like sitting away from him. They're like giving the shifty eyes. Like that guy looks Asian.
He's Asian?
Yes, he's half Chinese.
I'm upset that didn't work right now.
I
Why
don't
didn't that work?
Cocaine is a hell of a
Because
drug.
the volume was off on the board.
My stepdad's
That's
half
fucking
Chinese. You didn't know
stupid.
that?
He's
What's
half
his name?
Chinese.
Ben
Ben what?
Cito.
Askren.
Cedo?
Seto. Cito.
Ceto.
He's half Chinese, half English. I think he looks
Does
Chinese.
he do any Chinese shit?
What do you mean? Does he do any Chinese shit?
Like, martial arts?
No.
Stuff like that?
No.
Well,
Yeah.
that's that, I guess.
Anyway.
Looking.
I love the silence. I love it so much.
I feed off of that silence.
I didn't know where to go off of that, honestly. Like,
So-
where could I have gone off of that?
Mel sleeps in a sauna, so
Yeah,
we
and-
made that.
That was kind of fucked up, honestly. Like, people who sleep in anything over like 65, they're psychopaths.
Sorry.
So
I like a hot room.
I'm having like second guesses about you, Mel.
Oh.
But
Your mom doesn't like complain when you have the heat up that high.
She probably does. She's probably the one that's turning it down every night. And I'm like waking up. I'm like, turn it back up.
honestly,
Turn that back up.
If my dad ever came into the apartment and saw my heat up at 74 degrees,
Well, it's
you'd have a
baseboard. Is it
shit
like
fit.
less expensive? You
There's-
can't actually see. That's the thing. I can't actually see what the temperature
It
is.
probably is less expensive.
Like when
and
it's
he'd still have
that, it's
a
like
shit
that
fit.
old school knob that's like falling off on the side of the door, and I'm just like, shoo, just like, yep, let's turn that to the 4th notch,
Yeah.
and then it gets real hot in there real quick.
honestly,
Oh, you
there's
turn it all the
no-
way up.
No,
There's
oh my
no
god,
way I
no,
could
all the
ever
way
go
up.
back to
There's like a
living with my
dial. It's like
parents,
50,
ever.
60,
Oh,
70,
there's actual
80,
temperatures?
but you can't like tell in between. Like I'll take a picture of it. It's fucking
Ah.
so old.
Well, you count
Just,
them.
like,
There's
turn it to
fucking
the
notches,
middle.
and if you count it by like 2 or 5, you can tell where it is.
But I feel like it's not accurate. Like when it's like a digital thing and it's like
100%
physically telling
it
you like it's
is.
65 degrees. I'm like, this fucking thing doesn't know the actual temperature in the room.
Yeah.
You know what I
probably
mean?
Right.
Huh?
I don't work on electric heat, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But you trust a fucking little
My
fucking
mom
arrow
doesn't
that
let me
goes to
turn
where
on
it
the heat
is?
until like December 1st, though. She'll be like, nope, not till December. I'm like, what?
It's like 18 degrees in
cold,
November,
cold.
just because it's not December.
Yeah, she's like, we don't turn on the heat till
There-
December.
There's absolutely no way I could ever live with my parents now. At all.
Why?
I just couldn't do it. So
Explain.
I don't know. I mean, like, I've pretty much been on my own since I was like 17.
Go on.
So I like, if I lived with my parents
Like
again,
financially or like.
both. Like living wise, like I lived with my parents for like a few months here and there, like in between, but going back to my parents' house to live full time, I don't think I could ever do it again, just because.
You'd have
Are
more
they
bail
strict?
money.
Are they telling you what to do? Like, what do you
Yes,
mean?
I would.
Something
No, my parents were never
heating.
strict. Like I could.
Because I moved down, moved back
You
in,
think
and I
his
was like,
parents were
I was
strict?
like,
Look at 'em.
I could get used to this.
Yeah, when I was no. When I was a kid, I could go out and be out till like 3 a.m. Like I could be out for days and I wouldn't get a text for like 3-4 days.
Wow,
They'd
that
be
sounds
like,
ideal.
"Where are you?" I'd be like,
That
"At my
sounds
friend's
ideal.
house."
That sounds ideal.
I don't know. My parents just like didn't really care.
So why don't you want to go back there? I don't understand.
Because like, why would I want to?
I don't know.
Like,
You need to cut it.
I'm not sure
I don't
where
know.
you're going
Your
with
price
it.
is way too high. You need to cut it.
I feel like going back to my parents' house now would one be regressing. And
I mean,
two,
yeah, I
like,
didn't feel great when I had to move back into my mom's house. I was like, oh, all right, I'm here.
and two, like I don't know.
I'm
I
here
feel,
again. Hi.
I would feel fucking weird.
I didn't feel weird at all. I was like, please let me come back.
I would feel.
Please
so
let me
fucking
come back. I
weird.
need to stay here.
Like,
I was just gonna move all my stuff back in. I wouldn't even tell her. I was just like, yeah, I'm here.
I mean, like,
She
don't
was
get me
like,
wrong.
Your
I
room
could,
was probably still like together, right?
Yeah.
You know,
I could definitely text my
Yeah.
mom and be like, listen,
All my stuff just was
like
empty.
I'm moving back in and just like throw my shit back in my room, and she wouldn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I moved back into my parents' house, like into my mom's house anyway, I'd be like, what the fuck? But she lives in Tampa now, so it'd be a little different.
Tampa.
Florida. My dad's down in Miami. Florida.
Miami's nice.
Miami's a shit show. Every time I go to Miami, I
Miami.
just die.
I don't know where to direct this podcast.
I go to Miami, I fucking die every time I go to Miami. It's
Talk
just a
about
shit
living. You want me
show.
to talk about living at my mom's house?
I'm going to Vegas in fucking July, and I'm fully expected to never come back.
From Vegas?
Yeah, I don't think I'll make it back. I'm gonna be in
Vegas.
Vegas. I'm gonna be in Vegas for a week, and it's just gonna be a shit show of a week for fucking.
It's gonna be loud, bro.
Jesus Christ! I just blacked out.
It's a train crash explode.
I just blacked out. I don't know what the
This
fuck.
is a train. This is a train going off the rails. Just like this podcast.
I mean, I could go into more detail about living at my mom's if anyone's interested and how that dynamic goes.
Go for it.
No, I'm totally kidding. I mean, my mom stopped like 11th or 12th grade, I'd say. Well, I'm trying to think of like when it was. Like, I was definitely still in high school. I used to come home from school and be like, so what's for dinner? My mom would literally be like, I don't cook on Thursdays. I'd be like, what does that even mean? I'm like, you're not really cooking dinner tonight? She's like, I don't cook on Thursdays anymore. I'm like, what are you, my hired chef? Like, I was like 17. I'm like, yo, I think you're legally still, you have to feed me tonight. Like, what the fuck? Literally eat like a can of peaches for dinner. I'm like, wow, I'm really out. It's a struggle
I'm
out here,
gonna tell my
Mom.
kids that. I'm gonna say, yo, when I have kids, I'm gonna tell them I only cook Monday through Friday. Saturday, Sunday, figure it out.
Yeah, that's why I can understand her saying that, but I was like, I literally have to go to school tomorrow. Like, what?
I'm gonna tell my kids that Saturday, Sunday, figure it out for yourself. I cook Monday through Friday. Figure it out Saturday, Sunday. I don't care if they're fucking newborns. I don't give a fuck if they're 2, 3, 4, 5, fucking 18. I don't give a fuck. Saturday, Sunday, I don't cook.
I'm
I just
calling
came up with that.
CPS on your future children for you. Just keep this man on the records.
Do it.
He'll come
Do
up
it.
again, I'm sure.
CPS has my name. I dealt with them all the way through fucking elementary school. Do it.
Mel.
So have I. That was a great.
Mel's jaw just dropped.
That's like that was like the one traumatizing thing that happened to me in like 6th grade. I remember getting called out of Miss O'Brien's reading class, and I was like, "Oh God, I'd probably be in trouble. Like, what did I do?" And like they sent me to the nurse, and I was like, "The fuck is this about?" And it was like Miss Fulton and some other lady, and they're like, "We just want to discuss your home life." I was like, what the fuck is this about?
Because you got stabbed or what?
No.
Somebody anonymously called CPS.
Really?
I remember.
Yeah,
them
we
coming
like
to
still
my
don't know who it
mom's
was.
house.
My mom was like, "What the fuck?" I was so embarrassed. I was like, "They're like, do your parents hit you?" I was like, "No." Yes. But I was like, no, of course. Well, they were specifically asking about my dad, and I was like, no, my dad's literally never hit me. I was like, but they never asked about my mom. It could have been a whole different story if they're like, just your mom. Like, yes, thank you so much for asking.
I remember for
I was like, no, my dad doesn't hit me.
for like a good
What the
3
fuck?
months, CPS was at my house like once a week.
Yeah, then they have to come for visits after that. Like
Yeah,
when somebody calls,
and-
then like every like month or 3 months, and then the guy kept coming, and my dad, it would just make my dad more angry when he came. I'm like, yo, it's literally the wrong parent.
And they would
You're making the
literally-
wrong parent mad here.
They would ask like, "Who do you like better, your mom or your
Yeah,
dad?"
they'd ask you like the
And I
weirdest
was like,
questions.
what does that mean? And they would be like, "Well, who do you like spending time with more?" I'd be like, "My dad's more fun. I don't know."
You're asking like a 12-year-old. Yeah, I'm like,
I was literally
fuck?
4 years old,
Yeah.
and they're asking me like, "Who I like better?" Like, fuck CPS. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Fuck you, CPS.
They didn't do anything for me.
No, nothing at all.
was like,
it
okay,
ended up
I'm
being the same
embarrassed
situation
now.
already was. Fuck
I'm embarrassed.
CPS.
I'm embarrassed. I was
Fuck
like,
embarrassed.
never looked at Miss Fulton the same again. I was like, she thinks I'm like a neglected at home. I was like, honestly, it's fine. It's not that serious.
Honestly, it's cool. Like, I only get beat.
Was this
twice
when your
a
dad
week.
was still living
Yeah.
there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Interesting.
One of the times he moved back in. Yeah.
No, CPS is actually crazy with the way they do things. It's just.
I'm sure it's different now. This was like over 10
No,
years ago.
it hasn't changed
Over what?
at all.
Over 10 years ago.
Oh, they
this
said
was.
20. I was like,
I thought
Oh,
she
no.
said 2. I'm deaf
No.
as fuck. I
It
thought she
was
said
like
2.
2006-ish. Yeah, I remember being in that class and I was like, fuck.
I was like a little kid. I remember them coming to my house and like I was sitting on my bed and like some.
They made me
lady
more
sat on my bed with me.
traumatized by doing that to me. I was like, what?
CPS is a fucking joke, honestly.
Like, what do they even do for you anyway? Like, do they remove the children? Like, if there's actually
Yes.
abuse found, so they remove you from the
Yes.
situation and put you into what, foster care?
Yes.
How does that help anybody?
It doesn't.
I mean, unless you're in a truly abusive household where you're literally getting like sexually abused or like knocked the fuck out. It's like
See,
a
90%
little
of the
knocking,
time,
a little knocking
CPS
around
a
is good for the
fucking
kids
joke.
sometimes. I mean, I turned out fine, right?
I
Listen-
suppose.
Look, no, 90%.
Wait, ask me again.
90%.
Did I turn out fine?
90% of the time, CPS
to
is
tell?
a fucking joke.
Yeah.
It ends up being situations like me and you where it's like,
Yeah, there wasn't. I mean, it wasn't true abuse.
right.
My mom's gonna listen to this, so it wasn't real abuse.
On the record.
On the record.
On the record.
On the record,
Go
I
off
was
record
never.
real quick from Mel. Go off record.
On the
Go off
record, I was never abused.
Allegedly.
Go off record real quick, Mel. You can say what
No.
you really mean now.
To get something off my chest.
Say it with
No.
your chest.
All right, karaoke time.
Okay.
I can do some karaoke. What are we doing? What song?
I don't know. Let's see if I have anything on my notepad here for
Okay.
karaoke. Mel, you're usually good with this. What the fuck?
Do the song Tequila.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
You know, Mel, I liked you until right now.
We're singing a real song, Jack. Okay.
Tequila.
No. You want me to find a song that we all know?
No, come on. You're the music person.
All right.
Since you're not the movie person.
Yeah, no, you.
Fuck around. Yeah, I am.
You're terrible in movies, honestly.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You're a fucking fake movie person.
If you're like actually gonna make this a thing, you should just write a bunch of songs down and put them in a jar, and every night you just
Everyone
pull
everybody
one.
knows.
That's a
there's
good idea.
there's
Yo,
universal songs.
Kevin
that
just said his
everybody
ninth
knows.
word of the night, and it was a great idea.
See if I'm able to get that 10th in with you guys around here or not.
I don't like your vibes, Kevin.
Yeah,
Fuck you, Mel.
you need some wine, Kevin.
If I did, I'd suck it out of the carpet.
Truly,
but-
madly deep. Yikes.
No, there wasn't that much.
Yikes. Yikes. Yikes.
There's like 3 drops, bro.
Kevin said
punch
9
myself
things
with
this whole
these.
episode. Somehow he's still 10 times funnier than you.
100%. I wasn't that funny this episode. I was kind of like, I was in a weird vibe. I was
What
fucking
was
serious.
that?
I'm punching myself like how I punch you. Punching
Her
myself
leg-
with the fucking,
Her leg is Matthew or Kevin.
with the
Decide.
fucking brass knuckles.
Pick a
Truly,
fucking
madly,
song.
deeply, Savage Garden.
I don't know that song.
I'll be
Yeah, you
your
do.
wish. I wanna stand with you on a mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea.
Oh, I don't know
I
that song.
wanna live like this forever. Roses, Outcast.
I'm with that.
Isn't that Fast 2 at one point, though?
Caroline. I don't know. Is it?
Sweet Caroline, bus.
Fucking
Good
Christ,
times
Jack.
never seem so good.
You know Torn
So good, so good.
by
so
Natalie
good.
Imbruglia.
I don't know.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you definitely do. You definitely know that one too.
Nothing's right, I'm torn.
What's going
I'm all out
on?
of faith. This is how.
Yo,
I'm going
put
to
on
the
s-
middle school bangers playlist.
Put
There
on
you
some
go.
Christina Aguilera because that's the best artist of all time.
Cupid's
Dirty,
Chokehold,
yeah.
Gym Class Heroes.
Huh?
Christina Aguilera,
Cupid's
dirty.
Chokehold, Gym Class Heroes.
Matthew, put on Christina Aguilera.
No.
Christina Aguilera.
No.
It is 2 against fucking 2 right now. Christina Aguilera.
Looks like we're at a Mexican standoff then.
Listen, bro, I got a quick draw. I'll fuck you up in a Mexican standoff.
You already just
It's
lost,
a lot
buddy.
of R&B.
Say you were in love.
Stacy's mom.
Mel, say you were in love.
I was in love.
I wasn't.
I'm not the one that didn't say I was.
I was
in
not.
love.
Fell in love with a girl from
Do you want
Newport
to
a
talk
couple
about
weeks
it,
ago.
Mel?
No, I don't.
Oh.
Do you want to talk about it?
I don't know.
I'm just saying that I think you should be comfortable with just admitting like you used
Never.
to be in love and now
Not even
and then
once.
something happened and now you're not. Nothing wrong with that.
Speaking of which, most people probably don't even get that reference because only 17 people
Watch it on
that
YouTube.
fucking
Fuck
video.
you, by the
That's
way.
fucked up.
Yo, Mel, actually, what'd you want to say about Tinder? You said you wanted to touch back on
Oh,
Tinder.
I would never meet somebody off Tinder ever. Like literally ever. I would just that just sounds so awkward.
Wait, you never have?
No, absolutely not.
Me neither.
All
Absolutely
right,
not.
can I tell the story about the one time I met somebody off Tinder?
Of
Can I tell the
course.
story why only 17 people watched the fucking
The
podcast?
most
Alright.
arguably the funniest
Because of
one.
Cameron, bro.
Cameron
didn't
doesn't
promote.
promo for promo. Promo for promo.
All right. So the one time I met somebody off Tinder, she came over to my house. She was like, we
God.
talked about it. She was down, like whatever.
Sounds like recipe for.
She was DTF.
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
Of course. Like honestly,
yes,
I know that
yes.
that's
She's
what the
DTF.
goal of. I'm
So-
not expecting to meet
So
someone
she
off
comes to
Tinder
my house.
and
It's like 9
just
o'clock,
hang
10
out
o'clock
with
at
them.
night. She gets to my house. It's like 9,
Jack,
10
it doesn't
o'clock
count
at
if you
night.
pay them.
I didn't pay her. Bro. I
Oh.
paid for her fucking tolls. Leave me alone, dude. Anyway, so she gets to my house. It's like 9, 10 o'clock.
Jack's like, I didn't pay her. Jack
I gave her fake money.
I gave her.
That's the Tinder budget I got.
Anyway, so she pulls up with like an overnight bag.
That's
I
when
was-
you know. Yeah, of course. Of
And I was like,
course.
oh, like she thinks she's staying over. That's cute. So I'm like, she gets up to my room. We're hanging out for a little bit. We start kissing and shit. And then
Misogyny.
she opens up this overnight bag, and there's fucking chains and whips and fucking like. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I was like, oh, like that's where we're going. So like she
Wow.
starts pulling shit out and like laying it out on the floor and like she has like anal beads and like fucking like some shit.
Hmm.
I was like, well.
Jack's like, I ain't come here for all that. I ain't
came
come
to
here
my
for all
house.
Put that shit back away in that bag.
Bro, she came to my house and I was like, oh. I was like, you plan on using that? And she's like, yeah, like, why? I was like, I actually gotta leave.
Really?
So I left my own house and like left her there. I was like, listen, like I gotta go. Something came up, like I gotta go. I left and like I was
You were
hoping when I
scared.
came back in like an hour.
You were scared.
Yes, I was fucking scared. What do you mean? Fuck yeah, I was scared.
I guess if it wasn't pre-discussed that was gonna
Okay,
be happening, I would also be like,
It wasn't only that, but it was the first time we hung out.
that's bold.
It was the first time we hung out and it was
Yeah.
never pre-discussed. So I was like, what the fuck is happening? So I left my own house. I left her there.
Yeah, when you came back.
I came back and she was gone. Thank God. I never heard from her again. But I was like, what the fuck was that?
That's weird.
Who pulls up to somebody's house, one with an
Talk
overnight
about a
bag,
freak.
two, like
Yeah.
not even an overnight bag with some clothes in it. It was just an overnight bag full of toys. I was like, what the fuck do you
Oh, I
think
got the
this
perfect
is?
song now.
The
that we can do.
toys.
What do you think that, like, what do you think is going on right
I
now?
love that. That's fucking
I
hilarious.
was so scared. It wasn't even funny. I told a couple of my friends about it. And like,
come on.
oh my God, Jesus Christ.
S.
Chains and whips do not excite me, Matthew. Do not play this song. Okay, I'll sing it. All right, I give in.
Probably not gonna be able to sing this one
It's
either.
fast.
What'd you just do?
Full screened it, bro.
Oh.
Yeah, we'll just sing this part.
Cause I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good. And there's sex in the air. I don't care. I like the smell of it. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but chains and whips excite me. Cause I may be bad, but I'm perfectly good. And there's sex in the air. I don't care. I love the smell of it. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but chains and whips excite me.
I'm starting to think Jack was the one who brought the whip.
Whoa,
Na, na,
plot
na,
twist.
come
That's
on.
crazy. I have no sex toys. That's crazy.
This guy's crazy.
I mean,
This guy's crazy.
yeah, that would make me also. I'd be like,
Yeah, no,
"Hey."
it like freaked me out for a few days. I didn't.
Was she
really know.
hot?
She was cute, actually. It was kind of
sad.
like even crazier.
Send her to Klinger.
I
I
mean,
mean, be like, okay,
I could
you want me to
prob-
abuse you? All right.
I could probably find her on Instagram, honestly.
That was supposed to be an imitation, I think.
It's Klinger, yeah.
Anyway, it's been great hearing you all here on the fucking Yikers Island podcast.
Are you closing out the show right now? I don't.
You hearing yourself? What the
Catch us next
fuck are
time.
you talking about?
Tomorrow, maybe the next day, sometime this week. I don't fucking know. Next time Matt has some guests. But great talking to y'all. Have a great night, great day, 2020. See you guys later. Later.
Cut every piece of that. Cut it.
You need to cut
What
it.
the fuck? You need to cutty. You break those. You need to cutty. That was our karaoke.
I'm kind of
I mean,
drunk, to be
okay.
honest.
I don't know. I don't want to just keep looking.
I mean, that was a decent one for an intro. But
Yeah, let's just
All right.
cut it.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm kind of drunk, but it is what it is.
Ow.
Good thing you're
All
only
right.
10 minutes from home.
get.
I'm not driving home.
Oh.
I don't drive with like a single drink in me anymore.
You sleeping here?
Probably a good idea.
Are you
Yeah.
just saying this because we're still recording?
No, I like actually don't. I texted my boy. I was like, "Yo, can you grab?"
Well, you don't gotta go home, but you know what they say.
You can't stay
That should be
here.
our karaoke song.
What?
Closing time. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay
Next time, next time,
here.
next time.
I know who I want to take
You know I'm
me
just gonna use this
home.
now, right?
I know who I want. Okay.
We should have sang "Hey There, Delilah."
Take me
Goodbye.
home.
Hey there, Delilah. What's it like in New York City? I'm
My
1,000 miles away, but girl, tonight you look so pretty. Yes,
My favorite
you
karaoke to this day was
do.
still
Everything you want.
no, the
The Klinger.
I can feel it
coming in the end of night.
Goodbye. Closing
Colo.
statements. Closing statements, anyone?
there was no fake money on this podcast. I'll never use it again, and it was just a joke. It's not really fake, so fuck off.
My parents never abused me, and I would be willing to get coronavirus.
And I am not gay. Don't let anything in the podcast fucking decipher that. I'm not gay. I'm not.
And there'd be nothing wrong if he was gay. We're just shooting the shits.
Call for the shits. I'm not a lesbo, Mr. Morrison.
I'm not.
We're
Cameron.
just shooting the shits.
I kind of wanted to talk about that, but we'll save it.
We were just shooting the
bring it up.
shits.
I mean,
we're not associated
I'm
with
not
it.
surprised. It's not the first time someone's asked me that, so I don't care.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I have a story. Okay.
All right, let's hear this real quick.
There was this girl that used to sit behind me in class at Iona.
He wasn't serious though.
I don't know. And I forget. I feel like it was a religion class, which made it that much worse. And like she would always bring food and like share it with me. Like she was super nice, like chicken nuggets, like sushi, like whatever she brought, she would always share. I'm like, wow, we got like a little friendship going on. That's cute. 'Cause like I don't really talk to anybody at college. I was a commuter, whatever. And then one day she like slips me a note from behind. She sat behind me, and I'm like, okay. And I wish I had saved it, but I probably wrote it back. I wrote my answer and gave it back to her. But it was like, "Are you gay? Asking for a friend." And I was like, "The friend is you, bitch." I was like,
she was trying to fuck.
I was like, "No."
She was trying to fuck.
And then after that, guess what stopped? The food. No, I was cut off. I was cut off from the snacks. It's true story. I was like, yo.
She wanted some.
You should have said
Probably
that.
had some carpet you could munch.
Fuck.
Anyway, I'm leaving.
Yeah. So not the first time I've been asked that. It's okay.
And
Should have
Kevin's
said
outta here.
yes and got the sushi, but that's okay.
All right, you know what? I'm
Good night.
dipping out too. Good night, everyone. Thank you for listening to the Yikers on podcast.